Yes, and joining us on the other side of the metaphorical glass, returning to the studio. You were gone last week too, Brendan.
I was.
But joining us once again is the lovely and talented Stephanie Sottile, and it seems like some people can't hear us right now. So our producer over in Texas, Case, if you want to check on that part of it, we are live on the Combat Culture YouTube channel, across the Combat Culture Network, and we're on a whole bunch of places, but we're starting tonight's card at super lightweight. It'll be Liam Pero versus Yomar Alamo. Alamo coming in this fight 20-0-1 with 12 knockouts. Pero 21-0-0 with 13 knockouts. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a big time. And we've got, it's me, Matt Min, saying we're good now.
Thanks, Matt Min.
Matt Min. But yeah, that's the only legitimate male boxing fight on this card tonight. You have to go to our co-main event, which is a 10-round fight between Amanda Serrano and Miriam Gutierrez. That's why I said men's boxing.
You were right.
And we saw Amanda Serrano the last time, Brendan, in her fight on the first Paul Woodley card. She was in the co-main event as well. And
it was smartly done, Matt. Yeah. I mean, let's talk about this for a second. So you had Tommy Fury fully set up for this, and like with a star-making upward inflection performance, or at least slotted to be so on the last card, and then he comes in here to not do the fucking fight. And we're back here.
He breaks a rib, allegedly. Nick Moore saying Kayla Harrison forever. Well, it will be forever until we see her in the UFC because of what we saw last week when Juliana Pena kind of just came in and stole it because Amanda Nunes just gave up.
Yeah.
Literally gave up.
You can still watch our stream of that.
Yeah.
That still exists on the Combat Culture YouTube.
You can watch every single live stream we've done in 2021 on our YouTube channel. And Steph on the other side of the metaphorical glass joining us. We've got Ben in the audience, our producer Case in Texas. And we're joined by you across the Combat Culture Network, and if you want to be a part of that conversation, drop it in the comments. Follow us on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at MRyan Consulting. You can follow Brendan at Brendan Sokler. You can follow Steph at Steph Sottile. Shout out to Mats Blomquist. A lot of Mats in the chat tonight.
Oh, it's going to be nothing but Mats. This has been a flash mob thing that I've been organizing.
Oh.
This is for Christmas for you. You're welcome.
Oh, that's not a good Christmas.
No,
that's
it's
the
really
opposite of a good Christmas.
No, it's clowning your friends. That's what you do for Christmas, right?
I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
Fuck.
Billy Carper saying, I want to fight Jake Paul.
Don't we all? Hey,
I don't.
Really? I thought that was the deal.
He's got half a decade on me. Okay. He's built, and he's probably, man's hot.
Okay.
In the urine area.
Okay.
I'm believing his piss is hot, which is a colloquialism for something that I can't say because I can get sued.
What the actual dog fuck does that mean?
Are you saying...
You know what happened to Barry Bonds?
You know that thing that happened with C. Montgomery Burns when he was walking in the woods and glowing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's bringing us peace and love.
He's bringing us peace and love and fighter raises, goddammit. God bless Jake Paul.
Frank Smith in the chat. I'm Frank, not Matt, but I'm in the chat. Damn, did that rhyme?
Yeah. Solid. But yeah, I mean, it's a weird card, and all of these have been weird cards, but they've also been structured really interestingly. We got 4 fights tonight. 1 legit men's, 1 legit women's.
And then the freak fights, which is why we're all here.
So, our super lightweight, that's not fucking Jake Paul's division. What are we even setting up here?
No, it's just a fight on the card.
It's just a good fight on the card.
It's just 2 really good boxers with undefeated records battling to see which one will get the first loss, or someone gets their first draw or their second draw.
God knows I do hate seeing undefeated fighters duke it out. I love it. I really do.
But we want you to be a part of the conversation, and if you want to buy the pay-per-views tonight, if you're in the United States, we've got a link in the comments, in the section below us, and also it'll be dropped in the chat throughout the night because of Stephanie Sottile. And if you're in the United States, we've got that as well. We'll be watching via our friends at Showtime. If you want to watch along with us and not hear Mauro Ranallo, Steph, I know, I'm sorry. You can do that by buying it in the below.
We are Mauro Ranallo.
That would
collectively.
We are collectively Mauro Ranallo. Woodley knockout in the second, coming in from first try.
Please?
On a short notice fight, when he was training for an actual boxer,
Yeah.
whose brother is the WBC World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
You think that Jake Paul will get dropped in the second round?
I kind of do. Listen, MMA math makes no fucking sense. Boxing math makes no fucking sense, but with bribes, this is going to be real fucking weird.
It's good.
Not
Yeah.
insinuating that they do that within this, but fully insinuating that combat sports make no fucking sense. And when we try to analyze it, sometimes it goes...
Yeah, it gets a little fakakta.
A little fakakta. But, like... You know, my predictions for the original fight, if you'll remember, Matt, was that Tyron Woodley is a solid wrestler who, like many wrestlers, could find some power in his hands, but he hasn't had a fucking knockout since he knocked out Lawler in, 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, when a wrestler does a takedown, there is a popping of the hips that is very similar to getting that strike.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are able to get a lot of power out of that. Dan Henderson being prime example. But I really did think Woodley was going to knock out Jake Paul. And I still think he has that technical puncher's chance. But every time, Paul knows this is the money train and was training for a boxer. Oh, his brother's a boxer.
Well, Fury is. We saw him fight
Yeah.
on the last card. He got a victory.
Yeah.
Comes from a boxing family.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of indications that he would be an actual problem for Jake Paul. And you can give that any given Sunday theory training against that, but also Tyron Woodley.
Game of inches.
How long has Tyron Woodley been in camp for? 2 weeks, a week and a half? Like, you can't really quantify that.
I mean, possibly, likely. This is a short notice fight for Tyron Woodley. It's highly unlikely that Tyron Woodley will win after he lost the first fight. However, chip on your shoulder. Have you been training beforehand? Is this just advertised training? This could be closer than we think, but who the fuck knows?
Yeah, it's a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. Pay-per-view gets started in 3 minutes. Charlene Cernagel, who joins us every show, says,
Charlene, you're the fucking best.
I'm happy you're here tonight. Well, we're happy you're here tonight.
Yeah.
We're happy to have everybody back in the studio. Steph, how was your sojourn away from the studio?
It was very nice, but I felt bad if you had to deal with the fat baby. You okay?
She was okay.
All right, then I'll leave more often.
Go ahead.
I did karaoke in L.A. I still managed to show up for that other one, but
Yeah.
this is just to say I had soju away from the studio. It's similar to that, but not quite.
Yeah. And we're getting started in 3 minutes. The countdown has begun for Paul Woodley 2, Serrano, Gutierrez, the co-main event. Charlene calling us the best. Gadi Guevara on the Facebook machine saying Jake by TKO. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, in my
I'm
opinion.
going to give you a big maybe on that. I think tonight's fight ends before the distance. Calling my shot. My Babe Ruth back.
Well, let us know.
To the back of the room.
Let us know in the comment section. We'll give our official predictions right before walkouts for the main event because, our predictions matter, and that's the reason why you're watching, obviously. Right. It's called front selling.
We're official. We're experts.
Yes.
Please pay us money. Thank you.
It seems like there might be something wrong with the audio. Not sure what that is, but thank you, young Luca. Wild Drips in the chat asking, who is fighting? No one is fighting yet. We are looking at a countdown screen. The pay-per-view has not started yet, but Gadi Guevara saying Tyron was out of breath after the open workout. Jake Paul is not a fighter. He's a little baby, and you know what? He wants to fight Canelo. There's so much in that Junior Gonzalez already setting the stage tonight for what may be the most insurmountable sentence of the year.
Right.
It's not comment of the year. It is the quixotic quandary of the year, brought to you by my ever-crushing self-worth.
Yeah. No, it is.
I want to read that comment again.
Please do.
Jake Paul.
Yes.
No comma. He is not a fighter.
Got it.
He a little baby.
Right.
Spelled Lilbby.
Sure.
And you know what? He wants to fight Canelo. I did know he wants to fight Canelo.
Well, that's money.
And J.R. Gonzalez.
What's Canelo gonna do against Jake Paul?
Jake would be running around, according to Junior Gonzalez. Jake Wood, that's them when they do the fusion dance? Like in Dragon Ball Z?
That's the OnlyFans persona that he's trying to drive.
That makes sense. We are under a minute away from the start of the pay-per-view. If you are just joining us across the Combat Culture Network, I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Brendan Sokler. And we are getting ready for the start of the pay-per-view. We are live on the MMA Mania, Bloody Elbow, and Combat Culture YouTube channels. We're live on MMA Mania and Bloody Elbow's Facebook page. We're live on Twitter and also on the Combat Culture Twitch. Yes.
Matt, it's 30-some-odd seconds till the greatest pay-per-view of our lives.
Let's slap you.
Never has there been a more stacked card.
Well, look, Frank Gore's fighting tonight, and he might kill Deron Williams, and that might break the New York sports curse we've been having for the last decade.
Listen,
because for what he
Frank
did
Gore,
to the Brooklyn Nets,
baby,
crime.
But also, listen, I mean, can he even overcome a hanging Chad? I don't know.
We don't know, but we're gonna find out as
Florida ruining everything.
Yep.
Here we go.
Sun-grown Trichome saying Southern California checking in. Shout out to you. Thank you, Rad, in the chat. Thank you, Sun-grown Trichome from Joshua Tree. Fancy.
I was so near there days ago.
We are not sure when they're gonna fight, but it is time for our favorite game.
The prediction game?
The prediction game, closest to the whole time.
You're not the one who won the last one.
No, Brendan, you won the last one.
I thought Steph won the last one. I won the last one?
Actually, nobody won.
Nobody won, so Steph technically carrying it over a fan. It's been a week. I apologize.
Steph.
So the rules of the game are simple. We try to judge what time the first walkout for the pay-per-view will be.
Yes.
For UFC pay-per-views, it tends to fall into a sweet spot of 10:14 to 10:17.
Yeah.
We are currently at 9:01, and they are still in the copyright info for the start of the pay-per-view. It is a literal DraftKings commercial.
Yes.
Checking, so you need to get, without going over, the start time for the walkouts for the first fight of the main card for tonight, which will be, according to our chat, according to our notes, is Liam Paro versus Yomar Alamo.
Yeah.
Steph, since you won last time, you get to pick whether you go first or last.
Oh, I'll go last.
All right, so going first, you know what? I'll go first this time.
There we go.
I will say 10:18 p.m.
Great. I'm going to say...
You mean 9?
No. Steph,
9. I'm sorry, 9.
No, we're sticking with it.
There was a robot.
We're sticking with it.
I got distracted by the robot.
I'm going with the robot. Anyway, Matt's saying 10:18 p.m.
9:18 p.m.
Listen, the official record will say 10:18. But just because I'm officially going to say 9:18 to ruin you.
You can't pick the same time. I meant 9:18.
No, you said 10:18. Fine. 9:17.
Okay.
Okay.
Ben, our studio audience tonight, do you have a start time for first moment the fighter walks through the curtain?
Are we talking about the first fight in general?
The first fight, yeah.
The first fight. I said 9:17. What is your time, Ben? This is my song till you say
9:29. Why? Yay. Charlene Sernagel in the chat saying 9:20. So we've got 9:29, 9:20, 9:17, 9:18. Case, what about you?
Okay.
He'll
Steph, what you
get
got?
Time a little bit later, but Steph,
9:21.
9:21. So 9:21 is Steph's call. Right now, it has to get past Brendan at 9:17 for it to win. Ethan on FN saying 9:17. Fly on the Wall saying 9:41.
Yeah.
That's a big one. The Hangover Moth saying 9:30. And if you want to follow along and hang out with us tonight, please share this link on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and if you're using like Mi Gente or something, or on J-Day.
What about hentai?
Mi Gente, it's a dating app.
I heard hentai.
I heard hentai.
Well, if you're on a hentai forum.
Now we know what you do when you're not on the show.
Look, my situation with tentacles is just calamari based, and we all know this.
Jokes! Tyron Woodley coming on screen right now, looking like he's still gonna lose this fight. I don't
Why
know.
was someone taking Polaroids at ringside and he was...
I mean, if you met Tyron Woodley, would you lick him?
No.
What if you asked nicely?
No. Charlene Sernagel asking what we're drinking tonight.
I just finished off a bottle of Stellum which is utterly fantastic. So I poured myself a big boy glass of that I'll be sipping throughout the evening. And what you got?
I am drinking a 19 Crimes red.
I love that.
It's been aged in a rum barrel that was brought to me by Stephanie on her returns from being away from the studio.
Being a whiskey nerd, I gotta say the casking thing, really fun, and I fucking love the rum barrel finish on stuff. I love rum. Fuck. Anyway.
How many pre-fight? We have 4 fights on the main card, 3 preliminary fights, 4 fights, 1 co-main event, the main event, and then we have Frank Gore versus Deron Williams, and then our opening contest, which should be getting started anywhere in the next 15 to 45 minutes.
I really want Gore to get a knockout so I can Paul Heyman this.
Yeah.
I'm calling that. Please let me do that. But yeah, gang, I mean, like, how are you feeling? How's your excitement level? And also, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Things are kind of crazy right now. How's everything?
Sneaky Blue Jake is not. Jake will not step into the ring for at least another 2 hours. We are going to be here for a while. Enjoy the other fights. If you want to buy the pay-per-view, this is your time to do that.
If you want to watch the UFC pay-per-view on silent and listen to us so you can get all of it, by all means, do so.
Marathon Refrigeration joining us for the first time in forever. Ryan is the king of this stuff. Would trade Rogan for Ryan if the networks would allow it.
I believe Rogan's bought the network with that Spotify deal, unfortunately.
Like, is this an ESPN? I don't think MMA Mania and the UFC would be able to make a trade because they don't like us.
Sure, but I think there's a thing also, Matt, that we must account for, which is the Corn King myth, where you have the older generation gets killed by their kids, and because Joe Rogan murdered Carlos Mencia on stage, he's not going.
That wasn't on stage. That wasn't just on stage.
That was literally everywhere.
Yeah,
but he's stuck up there. And we the only way for us to murder Joe Rogan would be through some type of comedy gaffe, and we just haven't found the research yet. We have the team there.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Yes, for legal reasons, that's a joke.
This obviously is a joke. This is a comedy program. If you take it seriously, outside of the
we are talking about comedy murder and the concept of killing, which is a stage concept. Sorry, but
okay, I have a fuck, marry, kill for you.
Okay.
Get it! What a transition!
I'm glad I shaved into a goatee for this specific situation.
To be able to go on.
Joe Rogan. Carlos Mencia. Dane Cook.
Oh.
I'd marry Dane Cook.
Not take all his money.
Oh no. I've been put into a corner like Paul having to fight Woodley again. There's no win here.
No, there's no win.
I mean, Dane Cook's been very affable on his podcast since his fame.
I'd marry Dane Cook because he looks like a provider. I would fuck Joe Rogan because I want to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And I would kill Carlos Mencia, but his career's been dead for a decade, so I feel like I don't have to do anything there.
Listen, if your kink is kicking a dead horse, Carlos Mencia jokes.
He's dead spiritually.
Yeah, I think.
Adrian said this. Adrian said, "Marry Cook, F Mencia, K word Rogan."
I think that's where we're at, and I'm uncomfortable with all of it. But I think it's irrefutably correct.
We are 13 minutes into this program.
With that, hey, Case.
I believe he's not available at the moment.
All right, we don't need.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. I know that we're not supposed to throw to you overly, but this seems very important. Who do you fuck, marry, kill between Carlos Mencia, Dane Cook, and
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
Marry Joe Rogan, fuck Dane Cook, kill Carlos Mencia.
All right.
There's a new take. We'll take it. Go rest.
Or tranquilizer, don't you?
What is this big help Nickelodeon title?
That is a $500,000 belt that was gifted to him by the Money Mark running this.
What are we living in?
This is the darkest timeline. I have the goatee. We are in the darkest timeline.
I thought we were one away.
No.
Sottile confirms it. Who's Sexy Pirate Man on the right?
Well, that's Al Bernstein on camera now.
Right.
I don't know who the other person is because they don't believe in chyrons at Showtime.
But what about crimes? He might be committing them on the sea while this guy's on screen.
Well, they are in Tampa, so there are waters nearby.
Yeah, and Buccaneers.
Yes.
As we've heard.
Yeah, we're getting ready for this broadcast. It's 9:10. They're doing a panel right now. They're just paneling the shit out of this. We might be here for a while.
He didn't have an eye patch. These were shitty sunglasses.
Yes. Why did
my deepest
thought he had an eye patch?
I had an eye patch. Yes, that was the conversation.
It just meant that he was dressed very tastefully and very 19th century.
No, this was very eye patch-esque.
That's Abner Morris, who's a tremendous boxer on the Showtime broadcast.
What fantastic hair, my God.
That's why I thought you thought he was a pirate.
What is this fucking Hawkeye shit he's rocking? Good for you, brother.
Amanda Serrano wearing a shirt that says, I cry a lot, in game recognized game.
Yeah, it's like, I hear...
Fight in that?
She could, technically.
Do it.
You know what they say about Serrano? She'll pepper you with punches.
Fuck out of my studio. Get out. Never come back.
We're all having fun here. Is that sequined?
Yes, that is somewhat bedazzled.
Oh my
I think it's alligator skin.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's the all-black version of Eddie Murphy's suit from Raw.
So, when I was at Miami, we had a lake in the middle of campus. And there was a gator, an alligator, that would hang out and just chill out by the lake the entire time, and we fucking loved them. And then there was a father-son pairing from, I believe, FSU. They cut that motherfucker up. They killed him.
They killed the gator.
They killed the gator.
College football is a stupid thing.
Why
I want
do
to
we...
remind you, college football is a stupid thing.
I'm also going to enforce with any of our fans, please do not invoke animal cruelty for the sake of MMA or college football or anything.
Or tree killing.
Or tree killing. But whenever I see gator skin shit, I'm just like, Pedro the alligator. Or crocodile. Fuck, we didn't know. I don't know the beak that well, but god damn it.
Deron Williams versus Frank Gore makes it look like someone's stepfather is about to beat up their... It looks like Baby Boy. This fight is going to be a reenactment of the Ving Rhames scene from Baby Boy tonight.
I'm very comfortable with that.
Checking in on the chat, Army the Boy saying, where can I watch? In the description below, you can actually buy the pay-per-view if you're internationally through our friends at Fight TV, and in the United States via our friends at Showtime. Cameron Constantino saying Jake gets knocked out in the second round.
That's the second prediction for that.
Yeah.
That exact prediction.
Charlene Sternagel asking any plans for the holidays? Yes, just staring at my television with a glass of wine in my hand.
I'm traveling tomorrow, Charlene, and everything's terrifying.
Yeah.
But
it is 9:13. You have 4 minutes.
I feel
4 minutes.
I feel reasonably okay about that, based on absolutely nothing.
You have nothing to base this on.
No.
They are promoting the social media pages right now.
Feeling good in 2021 seems like a fool's errand.
A random wide shot of the Tampa waterfront, because I don't know who blocked out this pay-per-view, but I want to fist fight them.
I think we can make that happen. If we try hard enough, I'm sure we can.
I don't know what...
What a thing would that be if I fought Jake Paul and then
I fought the producer of Showtime Boxing?
Yes!
I don't know if anybody would want to watch that.
No.
Hello, Jeff Burkett.
In no world do people not want to watch that.
Just two schlubby dudes throwing hands.
Listen, not exactly slubby. Come on, baby. And also, come on, look, guns for days.
Let's take a look at the money line really quick. Minus 250 favorite is Jake Paul. Tyron Woodley, a plus 200 underdog. Plus 180 for a Paul knockout. TKO or DQ. Plus 330 for Woodley. Minus 110, yes, we win the distance for Paul. Minus 125 for Woodley. The over and under is 6.5 rounds. The under is plus 105. The tail of the bet for Paro and Alamo, our opening fight tonight, is Paro a minus 150 favorite. Alamo plus 125 underdog. plus 275 for Paro will win by knockout, plus 380 for Alamo, plus 130 according to DraftKings.
Paro looks like he would buy you the drinks at the bar and then leave you with them, and Alamo looks like the guy who'd be nice enough to actually pick up the tab for it. That being said, I think Paro wins.
Interesting.
But
off of no other information.
No. Zero.
You've not heard of this man until you sat down. It's 9:14. It's a junior welterweight fight. It'll be a 10-round non-title fight.
So close, man.
I know. Fury Fleming in the chat. Main man Matt, how's it going, brother? It's going good. Glad to have you with us here, Fury. A long time. And here's Jimmy Lennon Jr. It is 9:15. It's got to be another 2 minutes for Brendan, 3 minutes for me to hit in. We just got to make sure that he does not step into the ring by 9:17 p.m. Jimmy Lennon Jr. needs to drag this shit out.
Hurry the fuck up. Someone kiss him on the cheek so he just collapses. Let's get the next
No,
person.
that'll stop the fight.
Oh, Jesus, you're right.
You can't have a dead ring announcer.
Premature death of a ring announcer does stop a fight. I did learn that.
Oh, nope, it's 9:15. And Brendan won.
Yes!
Brendan finally wins.
I have been waiting for this moment. I'd like to thank the Academy and anyone who has supported me on this route, and we are all in the come up. Thank you.
Dislike you.
You should.
Dislike you immensely.
Good.
I want to slap you. I want to beat you with this wine glass.
Literally all of that is my
Three
king.
wine glasses we have left in the house.
Go on.
So I'm not going to.
That was me hitting the table.
Yes.
You don't know how. That's my kink. Anyway, I'm very excited for this opening round fight, which it actually should probably be the best fight. So if you were going to tune into
I think the Serrano fight's obvious.
the Serrano fight's going to be a banger.
Clay Sharandowski asking how much are they charging for the pay-per-view? I believe it's $69.99, $59.99.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Dislike you.
Yeah. You should.
I need a nap.
Like,
You need a
actively.
nap.
Oh, God, do I need a nap. But we're watching boxing tonight.
Yeah, and it is our...
Who needs sleep when you have people punching people in the face?
The people getting punched in the face.
Accurate.
And that's Yomar Alamo, who last fought back in August with a unanimous decision over Adrian Young. He's coming out in a blue, white, and red pattern off of his native Puerto Rico. Tyler asking, is this the undercard right now? It is the main card. They did not air an undercard. It's 75 to American, so that's like 185 Canadian. I think on Fight TV, it'll be whatever price it should be for your country.
The real thing is to pay in ship coin.
I don't know what that is.
It's another dog coin. There's several.
There's too many dog coins. And here comes Alamo, the opponent for our first fight tonight against Liam Paro. Liam Paro making his way to the ring. Last time we saw Paro, the 49th ranked super lightweight in the world, according to BoxRec. He's a southpaw.
Did you forget Alamo was in the ring? Did you not remember?
I flipped their names in their hand.
Wait. Did you not remember the Alamo? I only get to use this once.
Thank you.
I did it.
Last fight for Paro was a unanimous decision over Steve Gago. Paro, the current IBF's International Super Lightweight and WBO's Global Super Lightweight Champion. That was back in July of 2021. This is both fighters' third fight of 2021. First fight for Paro outside of his native Australia. Paro has knocked out 15 wins by decision. He walks into tonight 21-0-0 with 13 knockouts. Alamo 20-0-1 with 12 knockouts. His only career draw was a split decision back in 2019 against Antonio Moran.
This is the unstoppable Vegemite versus the immovable Alamo Draft House Cinema. This will be a fucking banger. And honestly, the second best fight of the night. I agree with you. Serrano's fight is probably going to be fucking amazing. But a fantastic opener. I mean, structurally, let's talk about it.
It's a good flow. This card has a good flow to it.
Well, Matt, can you speak to that as a person who regularly promotes fights and wrestling? Like, talk to me about the structure of this card a little bit.
Well, it's an ebb and flow thing. You don't want to stack too many great fights up top. You need your opener to be a solid fight. You need it to be one that you can go back to, that will draw the fans in and keep them there. The second fight needs to be Frank Gore and Deron Williams. But let's take a look at the tail of the tape really quick.
Yeah.
Paro 25, Alamo 26. Paro with the slight height advantage, 5'8.5". The weight advantage is 139.5 to 130. Alamo at 139, and Paro with the 1-inch reach advantage at 71 inches.
Can I do it?
Go ahead.
The stats are virtually identical.
And of course, the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and the fight becomes official at the end of round number 4.
Can you speak to that? Because I'm unfamiliar with that as a concept.
So, like in the UFC, after a round and a half, it becomes an official fight. So that's the halfway point. It's like in baseball, like when you get past like the 5th and a half inning, it's an official game.
Are we to say that if one of these fighters...
over 50% of the fight.
Sure. If we are to say that Paro gets a knockout or Almo gets a knockout within the first 30 seconds of the fight, is it an exhibition fight? Like, just to clarify.
No, it will just be a no contest. And Dave Lyons, God, you're fucking boring the shit out of me. Well, I'm sorry that there's nothing on the screen and we're just too charming for you to recognize that.
I think you're Dave Lyons to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're the truth. Eat a fart. Anyway, we're here!
Frank Gentile will be the referee for this fight.
It's Gentile. He's dreadfully Catholic.
Anyway. Logan asking us to tell his friend Kenny to stop doing bad things.
Kenny, stop doing fucking bad things. Get your shit together, Kenny. Come on.
FBI saying shut it down. We're not doing anything illegal. And you're not my dad. Promising Brendan isn't sipping anything he's chugging. Not wrong.
Hi. Anyway, we're about to start this first fight, super lightweight.
And I love that Jimmy Lennon Jr. is the ring announcer. He's probably one of the best ring announcers in sports in general. So I love hearing him call.
So you're saying my undercard fight is this? Is this for status? Is this for the Catalyst thing? Is my job in danger?
No, he's in his mid-60s, early 70s.
I will fight a man in his mid-60s,
and he is outside of our price range. You're also very talented. Stop it. Sawyer Hill saying, this is so boring, you fatties. No, I'm the fat one. He's the svelte one. Fucking fix your glasses, dummy.
Come on, guys.
How about you?
I like to troll on the internet. This is the best way that I can spend time.
How about you go to your nearest Subway? Talk to your favorite sandwich artisan. Sure. Make sure the sandwich is toasted. Make sure it's full of all your favorite condiments, meats, cheeses, and whatever. And please, find the most inconvenient way to shove it up your asshole.
And for coverage, allegedly.
And go fuck your mother.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Thank you, Sawyer. I apologize for shoving a sandwich up your ass.
Oh, thanks, Sawyer.
But Dave, how about that? How about you? You get the sandwich.
I would like to think that Sawyer was just like, well, these guys, they're doing okay. Yeah. We'll give them a little shit for fun. They told me to shove a sandwich up my ass. These are not my guys. Sawyer, let us know in the comments if the sandwich up your ass really brought us into being
like this. Like you stan us now.
I want us to be this. We are one. Anyway, Paro, Almo.
And here we go, round number 1 of our opening fight in the junior welterweight weight class. Paro controlling the center of the ring, but Alamo utilizing his jab early. Paro trying to get inside, keeping distance as Alamo with the jab.
I mean, this is fucking interesting right now because you have a certain level of control of the middle of the ring. I almost said octagon. From Paro, I mean, I feel like this is something similar within boxing and UFC, is that the level of control of the center is wildly important.
It certainly is. And Alamo flying in with an overhand left missing and trying to get with a wild right, not landing. Both men still finding a way to get into each other's kitchens, trying to figure out reach here. 2:14 left to go in round number 1 of 10. Paro continuing to control the center of the ring. This is his first time fighting outside of his native Australia, but the bright lights are not bothering him so far as he continues to dominate the center of the ring. And Alamo trying to use his jab, trying to use his distance to kind of gain some sort of advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you have a very even fight, and much like we say at the beginning of so many UFC fights, it is something where the first round is feeling out process. It's 3 rounds of being able to, or 3 minutes, of being able to find your distance, and that is what we're seeing here. But you see a very aggressive Alamo really trying to force Paro into a corner and see how he can follow up with combinations.
And Paro just a moment ago, keeping him away with the right, tried to go up top with a right hook and then a left to the body, but that did not land. Both men really not showing a lot of good keep-away skills, but not a lot of straight-up boxing. Very Floyd Mayweather here in the early goings of round one, but a solid left missed by Paro. Alamo hits him with a 1-2 bing-bong combo. Right now, Paro just testing his jab, tried to get inside with a left hook, but Alamo getting out of the way. 1 minute remaining in round number one.
You know what's an interesting thing possibly for our fans, Matt, or people that watch us and yell at us, is the differences in stance from MMA. There's a constant thing within boxing of this is the bread, this is the bread, this is the meat. And you have a lot of protect the fucking meat in boxing because they're not going to throw a leg kick, they're not going to change levels. And you have them throwing it a lot closer, and it's wild.
Oh, Paro down with a shot by Alamo, getting the standing 8 count. He is ready to go.
Alamo having the same fucking trunks that I have on my Dwayne Wade Miami Heat jersey. I'm ba-da-ba-ba-ba loving it.
Paro in the center of the ring. Jesus, you made me say
hard.
That. You made me say that.
I know, I did that.
Paro with 10 seconds left to go in the round got dropped just a few moments ago. Alamo will walk out of here with a 10-9 round, in my opinion, with that knockdown.
Big swing from Paro on the back end there, the last 3 seconds, and like his hand speed is fucking incredible. Do not get me wrong, but it's whether or not you can close that distance, and this is why first rounds are so interesting. Yeah. It's like fencing. It's can I get towards you and stab you? And
thanks to PJ Simpson donating $10 to the cause. If you like what we're doing, please like, comment, and subscribe, and then donate $10 or whatever you'd like, $1, 10 cents, whatever.
Listen, if you want to be better than PJ Simpson, donate more than $10.
Which is hard because he's
the fucking man. Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but it's fine.
Clint Breland calling it a 10-8 round. I'd call it a 10-9 round.
I call it a 10-9 round. I don't think it was lacking a level of competitiveness that a 10-8 round calls for. A 10-8 round is an ass whooping that just did not get ended by a judge.
And we see the knockdown here. Paro came in with the overhand right. He left his jaw wide open. We start round number 2, and then he just got caught by Alamo.
I'm not even going to call it a misstep. I do think he got chin checked, but
it's a misstep because he went right into it, and Alamo now chasing him away.
And Alamo looking comfortable.
And if you want to follow along with the stats, it's at Show Stats on Twitter. That is what the unofficial stats for tonight will be provided by. Alamo using that left again. Paro loading up the right, feigning a shot to the body. And now in the center of the ring with 2:28 left to go in the round. Another right hand from Paro. Alamo coming in. And then Paro missing with 2 shots, an upstairs right and a left to the body. Left to the body landed that time by Paro. It might have been a shot to the testicles, but the referee says keep going.
Testicles? Son of Scroticus?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Alamo in the center of the ring, 2:07 left to go. Being chased closer and closer to the ropes, being pushed away by Paro. 2 minutes exactly left to go in the round now. And trying to create an opportunity as either fighter and enter into the clinch. Shots to the body by Paro. Paro trying to turn things around here in round number 2. Shot to the jaw, still in the clinch off the ropes. And Alamo will push Paro off. A very passive clinch there by the Australian. He eats a straight left from Alamo and then eats an uppercut with the right hand. Paro in the center of the ring now, more active. Bounces Alamo off the ropes, but that allows him enough time to bounce over and keep moving. 90 seconds left to go in the round here. Round 2 of 10.
He's looking like a different fighter. I mean, frankly, his hand speed is looking a lot better. His movement's looking a lot better than Alamo right now. It is really something wild where, like, again, that first round is a lot of feeling out, and you can't really be overly determinate in boxing specifically about what the first round looks like because there's 10 of them. You take the time, you learn the distance, and right now Paro is...
Alamo with a left-right combo, that right landing right on the jaw, throwing a overhand left, trying to find that right hook. That right hook is locked and loaded. 50 seconds left to go in the round. Alamo pressed up against the ropes, and Paro not able to fight his way into it.
But that's the thing. I think this is the dynamic that we're experiencing in the early part of the fight, is that you have a certain level of technical expertise from Paro and a certain level of aggression from Alamo. It makes for a real fucking interesting fight, man.
It certainly does. It certainly does. We are in 30 seconds remaining in the second round. Matt Ryan joined by Brendan Sokler. Paro just using that right hand to play keep away. Alamo trying to set up that right hand. That one was a crushing one, but it got all glove. And then a right to the left, right to the body, and then an overhand left. 15 seconds left to go in the round. To a left-right combo to the body, missed by Paro. 2 straight rights landed by Paro. And now this will end in round number 2. We will go to round number 3. In Tampa.
I mean, the pawing away and like putting your fist out there to be able to block, to be able to gauge distance, to be able to really load up the other hand is incredible strategy and just like, common sense shit, kids. Yeah. But these are 2 very skilled boxers, and it's real fucking nice. I'm looking forward to seeing the main event when they're both so much more skilled.
Yeah, and the keys to victory, use the jab, use lateral movement. We've been seeing that land the right. We've been seeing him try to set up that right hand.
Well, that's the thing. With the blocking and the closing this down, you were literally setting this up and going,
and just trying to pepper with the left, and then come in with the right hook.
It is called the "Here's the Birdie" strategy by scientists and Tweety Bird.
The Sears photo offense. And Paro immediately trying to corner off Alamo in the corner.
Dave Lyon says he's going to haunt us. I hope you're a friendly ghost and you bring Hillary Duff with you. She was Wendy the Witch. That was like one of her first roles. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not. 2:40 left to go in the third round of 10, and then Paro using that right to the body, kind of letting that one fly out there. Long right hands with over-the-hand rights. And now Paro pressing Alamo closer and closer to the ropes. Alamo way more defensive here.
Well, I think that's the question of this fight.
Here we go.
Third round, Matt, is like both of them have a pretty incredible defense. You have one with aggression, one with accuracy. It's who can break whose guard is what we are dealing with on screen right now.
We had a quick exchange between both fighters. Nothing really landing, but Paro throwing an overhand left. Sets up the right and then a left hook to the body. Paro throwing some solid
He's showing
shots.
levels. He's showing levels, which right now you don't have Alamo doing. It's very defensive from Alamo this round. I right now give it to Paro. But it's also, are you expending too much energy? Like, how you doing? You're bouncing around, kiddo.
Minute 44 left to go in round number 3. Leading with that left jab is Alamo. Paro using that right hand. And it's an interesting matchup. It's a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter. Missing with that left hand is Paro.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a weird animal that we have 2 undefeated fighters. One southpaw, one orthodox. And god damn it, they're doing beautiful work.
Left to the right to the body, not landed by Paro. Alamo leading with that right hand. Tried to load up for a left to the body. Did not land. He's missing with those jabs. Right now I have it 19-19, and it's starting to look 29-28, 29-27, pardon me.
I mean, it's third round. It's going to shift to one of these 2 fighters. And right now, you have Paro really showing levels, great footwork, but the aggression side is really coming out on Alamo. It's still anyone's fight, utterly.
Alamo pressuring now, tried to get him in the corner, Paro, and then lands a left, but eats a right uppercut. A left uppercut, pardon me, and then we got a quick hockey fight here. Both fighters throwing with impunity. Alamo catches Paro. Paro with the right to the jaw. Threw a right hook right into the face of Paro. 28 seconds left to go now as they try to make something happen. In the corner now, you can see Alamo's face start to get a little red. A lot of swelling here. 20 seconds left to go in the round. And now Paro closing in on Alamo, who's getting closer and closer to the corner. Now gets near the ropes. On the ropes, Paro with a left hand. What a shot from Paro, the Australian, trying to turn it around here. Steal round number 3, being the more active fighter, landing more shots. And looks like he's doing more damage, but Paro getting clipped with a right hand. And that one, to me, Brendan, was a toss-up.
Entirely. I mean, it was aggression versus accuracy. When we talk about this in MMA terms, because we are on MMA Mania and combat culture, when we talk about octagon control and then versus strikes landed and accuracy, like it is a little bit of a toss-up. Right now, I think this is any man's fight. I'm very excited to see where it goes. The question that I have for you, Matt, is... what of those two outranks each other, if anything, in your opinion? If you are a judge, if you were sat in a judge's
If I was sitting in the judge's chair, obviously right now this round's a toss-up. I might give it to Paro because he showed more activity. He looked like he did more damage. Alamo looking a little tired here, looking a little frustrated and a little flummoxed.
Yeah.
The hungover moth asking, is a Superman punch illegal in boxing? Legal in boxing? I think so. You just don't want to jump and leap off the ground because then you'll get your face wrecked and there's no cage to really push off of.
Right.
2:51 left to go in round number 4.
Matt, out of curiosity, what's illegal in boxing?
Hitting someone in the dick, kicking of any kind, basically no headbutts, no kissing. It's the anything but rule.
Give me so much smooching, but also maybe more kicking.
Alamo's still trying to find that jab. Paro getting way more comfortable here. Going in with that right, being more active. Alamo trying to set up that right, but he is not jabbing. He's trying to use his distance. He kind of did a keep away, a na-na-na-na into a right hook. Well, right to the body that time by Alamo.
It's a very interesting thing, Matt, because we have 2 rounds that are very definitive. 1 round that's up the fucking middle, and then you have Alamo, who's really testing the bounds of, like, here's where your distance is, and then I'll come in with a counter. And then you have Paro, who is very willing to test this, and I believe that's also an age differential thing, where Paro is a little bit younger, maybe...
They're around the same age. Left landed by Paro. Alamo getting the right hand. 1:39 left to go in the round. Paro feeling himself here. Stepping in with a left to the body, preceded by a right to the body that did not land. Throwing that jab to get that distance, getting Alamo on his back foot on his bicycle with 1:24 left to go in round number 4 in 10 at the super lightweight division.
How often can I say that he's being comfortable counterpunching before I say that guy's just being better at being aggressive? Because right now, Paro is bringing the thunder.
Alamo looks hurt, and he looks a little dazed. He is getting lit by Paro here as Alamo's still waiting to set up that right hand.
Well, this
shots to the body again. The upstairs, downstairs combination working for Paro. 54 seconds left to go. Alamo landing a couple of shots as Paro comes in.
Well, this is what we talk about in MMA all the time. It is like, if you are fast enough and if you get shots up the middle, then you may be able to inflict damage on the nose, the chin, the ability of the brain to not be rocked against your own fucking skull. That will make it a fucking thing, and Paro is doing the work.
Paro's got Alamo in the corner, throwing that left. He's got him inside. He doesn't have him in a clinch, but Alamo in a lot of trouble here with 23 seconds left to go in the round. Just using that left, and the referee will break them up. Gentile will break them up, and they'll go right back into it with 15 seconds left to go in the fight. Trying to throw that right, an uppercut landed by Alamo. Paro coming straight in, throwing that right. Alamo trying to step in a little more, looking a little tired, looking a little dazed. But Paro, at the end of round number 4, may have it 3-1.
He looks strong, Matt. Like, legitimately very strong. The accuracy is there. He's...
that right hand.
He's tapping him often. Alamo is coming in with some really big counter shots. This is a hard fight to call in terms of like how it might be judged. That's speculative because God knows the judges are the best and always right. But this is a heck of a back and forth fight, and it's what we hoped for and expected within the opening of this. And I think it's just good booking, Matt. Can you speak again to the purpose of like, what's the function of an opener within a card?
You're trying to get someone interested and engaged from the opening fight. You want to make sure that people's money they get their money's worth from the opening card on a pay-per-view. It's a high-energy fight. It's younger competitors that you haven't seen before. but it's a it proves something to me in fight as round 5 begins. We're halfway through the junior welterweight fight. Paro controlling the center of the ring. Alamo trying to step in. Paro in all white trunks with silver piping. Alamo in blue and black trunks with red piping. And both men stepping in. That right landed by Paro. Trying to make something happen here with 2:37 left to go. 2 rights to the head and then a left to the body. Alamo getting switched up there.
They're both looking very comfortable right now. The hand movement is utterly fantastic. The foot movement is fucking great.
Yeah, the two rights there by Paro. Alamo still looking very hesitant in my opinion. Not able to get any punches off. Still trying to figure out Paro, who's been moving, shaking. Great footwork, as Brendan said. Trying to do something. And 2 right hands to the jaw, trying to keep the pressure. Switching up his stance was Alamo, but he gets clip-clopped to the body.
But also the first time Alamo has controlled the center of the ring for a while was within this round, and you have Paro answering with utter pissed offy, which is a term.
Referee stopping the fight for a second, minute 48 left to go.
We're in round 5 of 10, halfway through this fight, kind of, maybe, sort of. Once we're at the end of this round, who knows?
Tangled up in blue, both fighters will be pulled away by the referee. 94 seconds left to go in the round, and Alamo getting clopped with the left hand by Paro. Alamo getting one of his own in, but getting a combination. You can see the swelling on the left side of Alamo's face. Minute 20 left to go in the round, and that right hand by Paro again. This round more of a toss-up. Paro landing 16 body shots. Alamo has landed none.
Oh, no. That's very less than good for him for the judges' score.
Oh, and there's another devastating body shot by Paro, but Alamo getting into an exchange with Paro, getting some shots to the dome, right, left, and then another combination. Alamo landing. Paro trying to keep something going here. Looks like he's winning this fight, but missing with the right hand on that right jab-jab combination.
I mean, I said it from jump. I do believe Paro's the fucking guy, but Alamo keeps showing up and coming in these exchanges with, like, power shots, and the accuracy of both these men is utterly fucking filthy.
Clinch in the corner here, left hands applied by Paro. Alamo wrapped up, and the referee will once again break it. The more clinchy rounds than any other, because these guys are getting inside.
Well, it's also halfway through the fight, Matt. We have probably 100 strikes each, and you want to tire the arms. If you're clinching...
Oh, Paro caught Alamo with a left uppercut to the jaw, and right now, up against the ropes, both fighters battling here on pay-per-view as time winds down in the 5th round, and Alamo and Paro will go to the 6th round. That was the best end of a round.
I mean, it is at least like we are in a very contested fight right now. Like, these fighters are, like, hitting each other with absolute banger shots. The accuracy is certainly there. The aggression is... You have accuracy versus aggression. That's what we're dealing with. Alamo is really fucking bringing it and trying to make ring control thing and landing power shots. And then you have Paro coming in with absolutely just accurate up-the-middle jabs. What a fucking fight.
It's been a great fight so far. We're entering the 6th round. Looks like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson lost tonight.
God damn it.
Yep, and Derek Lewis knocked out Chris Daukaus in the 1st round, setting the record for knockouts at 13.
I'm going to sleep well tonight, kids.
I knew Lewis was going to win.
You fucking gentleman, you bad bitch.
Round 6,
love you.
Beginning here, 10 seconds gone by in round number 6. The right hand landed, the right hook landed by Paro. Alamo circling around Paro as the Australian continuing to get really comfortable inside the ring here. As we're over the halfway point, Alamo still hasn't found his range at varying points of this fight. Paro's felt a lot more comfortable, moved a lot more in stride, utilizing that footwork. Alamo missing with a left. Paro coming in. Alamo throwing 3 strikes. Paro landing 1.
You know what's interesting, Matt, is that you have Alamo trying a couple different stances to try to deal with the utterly pressing thing of Paro, and Paro is just staying the course. I think this is just good coaching. I think this is him staying the course on his stuff.
He's got to overcome that knockdown now. that first round. Right now, Steve Farhood has a 47-47. Alamo winning the first 2 rounds, 10-8, 10-9. And Paro stealing the last 3 rounds, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9.
I mean, one could argue that this is either really close or an utter shutout because the knockdown was the knockdown.
But that, as you saw on the Farhood card, is 10-8 now against the corner. 99 seconds left to go in the round. In a clinch again. The referee will break them up.
I don't think you can give any man a 10-8 here. I'm really sorry. Like, it does feel close.
Throwing that right hand, Paro. And then another overhand right by Alamo that does not land. 1:21 left to go in the round. Paro controlling the center of the ring.
What's fascinating to me, Matt, is like I watch boxing the way like I come from wrestling and then I watch MMA through that lens, and I watch boxing not through an MMA lens or even a pro wrestling lens. I watch it through I fight with swords lens, which is a thing that I do. It's fencing, man, honestly, and it seems to me that Alamo just keeps cutting through just so well, so accurately, that if we're doing similar striking metrics, then
it's not about who looks better. It's about who looks worse. Who's taken the more physical damage. And right now, Paro focusing on the body, landing shots to the face. My dog having a strong opinion. Paro has controlled the last few rounds, and right now. Alamo getting into a pocket, throwing that right hand, and then in the corner, battling it out here, standing in the center of the ring. Alamo giving chase to Paro. Paro took a slip. He might have caught himself on the ring apron, and they will continue the action here with 5 seconds left to go in the round. And Alamo might have taken this one here, and right now he might have turned the tide in this fight.
God damn it, this is a really good fight. Listen, I have very mixed feelings about this because of the fact that we are here, we're calling the fights, we're doing the thing, we want them to be good fights. But also, what? Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Promoting a good opener?
Well, it's the most valuable, I believe it's the most valuable promotions who's put this card together.
Don't give me that title.
Brooks Koepka, 4-time PGA Tour winner. And noted bro person in the crowd.
You tell me there's a dude named Brooks who was a PGA tournament winner?
Yes.
Who's a bro?
Stephen Lyons, much rather listen to your commentary than the normal stuff. Well done, Les. Well, thank you, Stephen. We've made a new fan.
Yeah.
And if you like our work, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you every UFC pay-per-view and every freak fight in 2022.
Yeah, and also just like let our people know.
Yes.
Like, we will be here to commentate on stuff based on what you want us to commentate on. So please let them know. Because we can be here more often. We can do it. I have weekends.
And people having conversations. 2:44 left to go in the round. Coming up next is Gore versus Deron Williams, and a right hand landed by Paro. An overhand right, and now trying to make something happen is Alamo trying to step away, but Paro might be smelling blood in the water. Alamo using that left hand to keep Paro away, landing some solid jabs. Alamo throwing some right, 56-57 for Alamo's the unofficial scorecard according to Steve Farhood, and leading with that right hand.
I mean, it is a very interesting thing, Matt, for me, where I'm like, Paro is really taking center and utterly firing off shots. Like, this could be a fairly close round, but the control of the ring and the output by Paro, I gotta give it to him right now.
Standing in the middle of the ring, and both fighters trying to throw some solid exchanges, not really landing a lot there, but trying to get into a rhythm. Paro leading with that right, and then landing a left to the body. Standing in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, it is a really fucking close fight.
Power punches, 33 of 91, 36% for Paro, 33 of 101, around 33% for Alamo.
This is a cute back and forth. I mean, tell us in chat who you think is winning this fight right now, because I'm kind of curious.
Minute 11 left to go, and Paro circling around into the middle of the ring. Alamo throwing a few shots, a shot to the body. And a minute 2 left to go in the round, and people who are talking too loudly. 55 seconds left to go in the round. Paro controlling the center of the ring. Alamo standing in the center, trying to move around here, catching a right hand was Alamo by Paro. Leading with that right to the body. Now standing in the middle of the ring with 37 seconds left to go in the round. It looks like some raspberry jam is coming down from Paro. Standing in the center of the ring, a left to the body and a little bit of a tie-up. With 25 seconds left to go in the round. Both men standing in the center of the ring.
Who do you give this round to, Matt?
Right now, Paro, who just landed a left hook from hell to the jaw of Alamo, throwing 2 rights there. Alamo getting on his bicycle, trying to circle around here, trying to create some distance as Paro continues to step in, loading up that right hand after he switched up his stance. Alamo, shuffly feet like my dog trying to eat, and now a DDT attempt.
You sure that wasn't a snap suplex?
It could have been.
Brainbuster! Matt, talk to me about this real quick. When you're talking about the term, just for the uninitiated, who may be here from MMA Mania, and who are like, I'm watching boxing for the first time, on his bicycle. Fuck that mean?
Basically, he's trying to avoid his opponent. He's moving around. He's mobile. He's active.
Because he's on a bicycle?
It's a metaphor.
I know. Let's talk about the metaphor. They're vamping. We're vamping. Let's do the thing. Is it because he goes backwards? Would that be a unicycle?
That might be. And Frank Gore, they're showing Frank Gore prepare in the locker room, and his punch is sweet Jesus.
He looks good. What the fuck
He's
is
41! He almost played this year in the NFL.
Fuck you, Herschel Walker. That's the man right there. God damn.
That's Jim Harbaugh?
Jim Harbaugh.
That's Jim Harbaugh, the coach of the Michigan.
No, I'm having issue with football players going to fighting.
Yeah.
That's the leap there. And then also politics.
Yeah, Greg Hardy is trash. 2:48 left to go in round 8. Paro coming out the more active fighter. 2 rights to the body.
You fucker.
And Alamo throwing a right hand, trying to keep some distance here, trying to make something happen. Try to turn the tide of this fight. He was leading according to the unofficial score before Paro got the win in the last round. We might be seeing a draw here tonight, a left to the body.
I wouldn't be shocked, Matt. I mean, it's a very even fight. We're in 8 out of 10. We kind of called this earlier.
A right hand to the jaw by Alamo.
I mean, we called this earlier that this was a fight that we thought could potentially go the distance because of just how skilled the fighters were. But hot damn, tell us your takes. Who do you think wins?
Right combination, left-right combination by Alamo. Throws an overhand right, needs a shot to the jaw by Paro. 5-0 in their both men 5-0 in their last fights. Paro controlling the center. Taking the over would have been a smart call for anybody here tonight. It's 66-66 according to Steve Farhood.
I hate that with my whole body. God
Missing the right hand, it was Paro. Both men in the center of the ring. 2 rights landed by Paro. Ooh, and a left hook from hell missed by Paro. Alamo landing a couple of shots, both men getting inside. Controlling with the jab, it's alternating. Both men trying to find something with the jab. Trying to alternate their bodies here. A minute 24 left to go. Throwing a right hand. Paro does not land it. Circling the ring is Alamo. Paro controlling the center of the ring. An overhand left missed by Paro. The Australian looking impressive in his first fight outside of his native country. Alamo now backed up near the ropes and closer to the corner. Steps inside, lands a left to the jaw after a whirling dervish. And both men throwing with impunity here. Overhand strike, shots to the body, and a shot to the jaw by Alamo. Alamo looking the best he's looked since the first round, throwing some devastating shots here with 53 seconds left to go. 2 straight jabs.
Alamo has come in with the adjustment. He's never been taking swinging wide shots this entire thing, but short hooks and really accurate moves that have a bit more power behind them have been Alamo's strategy. And then you have Paro coming in with the straights. This is a battle of straights for slightly winging shots.
And clinch again. 27 seconds left to go, and the referee will break it up one more time. Standing in the center of the ring, Paro landing a right hand. And Paro takes a shot to the noggin of Alamo, and Alamo looking a little dazed and confused like it's a Fincher film in '94. Standing in the middle of the ring are both fighters. The Alamo gets back inside. Both men throwing heavy shots, go to round number 9 in Tampa with both of these guys looking to knock each other out.
This is the round where they finish it, right?
I think so.
All right, I'll take it. Either that or the next one.
Or a musical number. Could be a musical number.
Listen, if round 10 ends in the musical number that fucking Music Man couldn't do because of Omicron, I'd be okay with that.
Steph, as our resident theater critic, what would you think if they just did a musical review at the end of the fight?
Do we have 76 trombones? That's so many trombones.
Do you mean a musical review like every single person that's associated with Showtime just picks their own song to do? Because I would like to see Mauro Ranallo do something from Fame.
I'd like to see Michael C. Hall put a fake syringe in Mauro Ranallo's neck and go, shh, we're going. It's all going to be okay. Just give me the crossover promotion, kids. Come on.
Would you like to see Joe Rogan in a Sunday in the Park with George?
Yes, I would.
That's what I want.
That is what Gershwin would have wanted. 2:55 left to go. Standing in the middle of the ring, Paro controlling the pace of this fight, and we are in round number 9. Alamo circling around. 2:42 left to go in this fight.
I want to die
Pardon me.
on the count of Sunday in the Park with Alpha Brain, and I need that to leave my head. Here we go. They're in good company.
Yes.
Anyway.
2:25 and an overhand left landed by Alamo. Paro stepping right in with a right hand of his own.
Yeah, Paro, man.
An overhand left by Paro. Right now, according to Steve Farhood, he's got a 1-point advantage, 76-75, as we enter round number 9.
I mean, if Paro ends up getting that right cross just really across the deck, that might be a little night music for Elmo.
Yeah. And in the corner on a rabbit punch, it looks like Alamo got clocked in the back of the head. Gentili offering a warning to Paro, and they will keep going here. 1:50 left to go in round number 9. And I said before the start of this show, this fight was going to go the distance.
Yeah.
I said it, and I meant it.
I know.
2 of the other fights may
It
not.
might be the 10th round before a little night music comes in. Listen, we could hope that one of them Sweeney Todd's another just off a really fast thing across the neck, but who's to say?
Yeah, and both of these guys trying to throw shots, and now in what could only be called the Nasty Boys finish. Paro had Alamo in an alarming clinch. 1:17 left to go. Both men inside, throwing shots, not landing.
I mean, technically, you also have Paro coming in orthodox.
No, I believe he was a southpaw, but
He was a southpaw.
No. Alamo was the southpaw.
Okay, Alamo was the southpaw, so his left straight was the west side story of this fight. I'm at 5.
Oh, an overhand. Ooh, and both men trying to throw for the head, not landing, was Paro. Alamo might have got a couple of glancing blows. He throws a right into the face of Paro. Paro matches that one up with a straight right of his own. 39 seconds left to go in the round. 37 now, and both men standing in the center of the ring. Alamo being pushed closer and closer to the ropes by Paro. The Australian has been pressuring all fight long, Brendan, and he lands a right to the body and a left to the jaw.
20 some odd seconds left, Matt, and we are in round 9. We are into the woods with this. It is really getting fucking deep, man.
Yeah, both men are in deep waters right now. Both men in their last couple of fights were, I believe, in a decision. 8 seconds left to go in the round. Paro feigning with that left, stepping with the right, trying to get inside, not able to, and we will go to the final round in Tampa, the 10th and ultimate round.
The ultimate round.
The ultimate round.
That's a good name for a reality show.
The
Someone should do something with combat, reality, and the term ultimate.
Yeah, Jim Kelly, not the Kung Fu movie star or the Buffalo Bills quarterback, joining us in the chat. Thank you for joining us, Jim, and thank you for joining us across the Combat Culture Network. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler. Our producer tonight is Case Hartz, and our moderator on the other side of the glass is Stephanie Sottile. We are on the Combat Culture platform, owned by SB Nation and Vox Media. I felt like I had to give a station ID for some reason.
Sure.
I'm radio station drunk.
Listen, if you are watching us, you will not be gypped. If you see this thing, then you will have a Rose's turn for it, and it will be really fucking great. Like, watch the thing, listen to our commentary, and enjoy round 10. We're in it, kids. Let's fucking go.
Round number 10 brought to you by our need to be loved. Both men standing in the center of the ring. Paro looking to control the pace here. Alamo circling closer and closer to the ropes in the corner. He has systematically gotten a lot more tired. Paro looking tired here, but more active. Steps right inside. Paro throwing it overhand right. Paro might be smelling blood in the water here. 2:35 left to go in the round, but a left-right combination thrown by Alamo. Alamo eats a right to the jaw. Paro trying to step in, throws a right, lands a shot. Both men battling back and forth. According to the unofficial scorecard, these men are tied 85-85. This round will decide more than likely the winner of this fight.
Listen, if you are not putting up a really solid defense, that really might be your follies, because all these guys are assassins right now.
And if that knockdown doesn't happen in the first round, this is a completely different fight. But Alamo might have jammed up Paro in the face a little bit of raspberry jam from our vantage point coming down his face. Alamo stepping in, trying to use that reach to his advantage, trying to find some distance here. Same thing with Paro. Paro landed a straight right to the midsection. Misses with the left hook, did Alamo. Paro getting a left hand in, coming in with that right jab.
Well, Matt, I mean, this is the 10th round. If this is the frogs, then leap. And if you have the passions, then you need to get on the roadshow and you really need to fucking go. Both of these men need to turn up their volume and really be hitting it.
And Alamo doing a little bit of a Brock Lesnar dance. A minute 24 left to go in the final round. Stepping inside was Paro, not throwing any shots. Alamo playing a game of keep away like that girl who stole my Mets hat in the 6th grade. I hope she's having a terrible life. Off against the ropes here with a minute 11 left to go in the round. Leading with that left hand is Alamo, getting a shot in as does Paro. Missing with the right hand in Alamo.
Matt, where are they fighting right now?
They are fighting in Tampa.
Okay, so like this is all on the Atlantic time zone. This is not some Pacific overtures.
No.
We are really here. Everyone has come here. It was a funny thing that happened on the way to the forum for them to be fighting this way, but god damn it, they are fucking doing it. And this may be a draw. It's a 10-rounder. It could be 5-5.
It could be entirely a draw, and that 10-8 round is a big player in that. If the judges saw a 10-8 in round number 1 and not 10-9, 30 seconds left to go in this fight. Paro controlling the distance, steps in with a left hand onto the jaw of Alamo.
Merrily we roll along in the last 20 seconds of this fight. Both men tied up, separated by the referee. This really could be a fucking 5-5. I really don't know.
Accidental headbutt. 14 seconds left to go in this one. Both men battling it out for their chance to remain undefeated. Someone's more than likely will be going in just about 5 seconds from now. 10 seconds from now. Standing in the center of the ring is Paro. Alamo stepping closer and closer towards the ropes, and we are done here in Tampa. We will be going to the scorecards as we try to decide a winner. Brendan, this was a big toss-up.
This is a big toss-up. Who's the assassin in this roadshow? I don't even fucking know, dude. I mean, it was a really weird fight in that it was as close as it was. Again, you had aggression versus accuracy. It was really quite something. And I'm just like, they're on the same beat. I look at myself. I ask, do I hear a waltz with these people? They are on the same fucking beat, Matt. I'd love to see this fight again because of how good it was. And it's not overly similar to the last round of fights where I'm experiencing something where I'm like, oh, Tommy Fury is obviously being set up for something. Who the fuck are these guys? It's just a really good fight.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the early fights on a pay-per-view card, and you see it in the UFC. It's a lot of talented fighters who've not really gotten that first opportunity to walk through the door, and this was a great fight from both guys.
Fight!
And here we see that knockdown that Paro walked into. He walked into that knockdown, and I think that changed the entire course of this fight.
Well, it's also something where, like, the knockout power between these both men is just like, anyone can whistle. Like, anyone can fucking knock someone out.
That's the 19th musical reference you've made since we talked about the musical thing.
I'm literally
You're
going
literally
through...
looking at every Sondheim song.
I've made it through, like, 15. I did that. Anyway, so this was a really good fight.
Yeah, and we're going to go to the scorecards in just a second here. I got to put on the closed captioning.
Do it. Give it to me, babe.
And let's take a look at the stats really quick. 43 of 359 for Paro for 12% of his jabs. Alamo landing 8% of his jabs, 13 of 161, 53 of 138, 38% in power punches, 35% for Alamo. Paro hitting 96 of 497 punches for 19%. That's a lot. That is not a number we normally see.
No, not even remotely. I mean, the output here was utterly high. It was an exchange between two men who were, like, very evenly matched, which is not a thing that we overly see in fighting matchmaking. Like, this was really fucking good. Like, I'm sorry, kids. I don't love boxing as much as I love MMA. I do love it. But this was them doing the work on this. They put our opening fight to be as good as it possibly could be. Also, all my references were for the recently late Steven Sondheim and hot diggity fuck.
Yeah, you got 15 in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that.
I really worked it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, Bob.
Hey, go listen to that shit when you're done with this. And, it's that old saying of when you're done with violence, go do musical theater. Or when you're done with musical theater, go to violence. But this was a great card.
Let's go to
so far.
We've got a split decision.
Who do you got?
I got Paro.
Fuck you.
Alexander Levin scores the fight 95-94 for Liam Paro. Michael Ross sees it 95-94 for Yomar Alamo. Olive has her own opinions. And the final judge, James O'Connor, sees the action 96-93 for Paro. Paro getting the split decision victory. Liam Paro getting the win here tonight via split decision.
You don't say that pretty by getting punched in the face. That's science. But a hell of a fight, a back and forth, a split decision, a fucking title fight, and hot damn, what good booking! Well done. Well done.
Paro getting the split decision win, a sign of respect from both fighters. A great fight for Liam Paro. Yomar Alamo having a great effort here tonight, but not being able to pull off the win against Liam Paro, who will now go and remain undefeated. He will now be 22-0. Yomar Alamo with his first professional loss, 21-1.
Let me ask this: how much lighter is he than Jake Paul?
Significantly.
How much would he have to go up to fight Jake Paul?
At least 50 pounds.
Is that the strategy?
It
might be the strategy. He could have so much fight.
You need coffee. If you think that's
so much White Castle. It's not the strategy, but I want it to be. Because, fuck it. Olive,
with her opinion being known.
Hot damn. Hell of a fight.
But yeah, a fun first fight, a really solid first fight. If you're watching along at home, let us know what you thought. Steve Farhood scored the fight 95-94 for Paro. I can see giving either fighter the win, but Paro controlled the last few rounds.
I completely agree with you, Matt. It has to do with accuracy and controlling the last few rounds and really just utilizing the ring the way that Paro did. I thought he looked utterly exceptional. I thought Alamo looked...
Alamo, as a fight went on, he kind of just a step lower, a step slower every single time.
Yeah.
It just wasn't able to get the rhythm going, and he wasn't able to stop it. Paro winning the Twitter poll, according to Showtime, 67-33. And a win for him here. He gets his next win. Only 13 wins by knockout. I believe that was him with his girlfriend. A good fight, but now we now await the freak fights, Brendan. We now go into our first of two freak
those. Fights. Oh no, freak fights.
Oh no, they're so terrible. They're really, not entertaining at all. Watching human trash.
Yeah, as opposed to
solid, competent boxing. which we just watched.
Oh,
Or
no.
mediocre
I'm sorry.
boxing.
I got used to people being trash a long time ago.
That's
I
fair.
got that confused.
You're just joining us. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler. Running the YouTube chat tonight is Stephanie Sottile. And on the zeros and ones is Case Hartz. Being an asshole on the other side of the house is Olive the Fat Baby, who needs and demands attention at all times. And we're here live all night long, bringing you all the fights, all the main card fights. We still have Amanda Serrano against Miriam Gutierrez in our co-main event. But coming up next, a 4-round heavyweight exhibition, Frank Gore versus Tyron Williams. That one's going to be interesting to me. Brandon Marshall from inside the NFL in the house tonight. Obviously, it makes sense because Brandon Marshall, former NFL Pro Bowler, all Pro wide receiver, tremendous athlete. I believe he knows Frank Gore very well. I don't believe they've played on the same team. I think Brandon Marshall and him might have played on the Jets at the same time. I'm not necessarily sure. But Frank Gore, the definitive power advantage, Deron Williams with the definitive height advantage. But
Matt, I think the thing that the people of MMA Mania are waiting to hear is his glasses are real cute. I think that's
those
really
are very nice glasses.
the important thing. And the suit game.
Joel Ormas, you're right. It is Darren Williams, not Deron Williams. I'm so used to saying Deron, but it's Darren Williams. My apologies.
How dare you?
Well, I'm a Knicks fan. He was on the Brooklyn
Michael
Nets.
Key loving motherfucker. But no, it is a thing where right now we have a really banger of a matchup in terms of listen, amateur fights are kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
In my estimation. Let's talk about this for a second. Celebrity fights and pro athletes getting into boxing. Where's your head at on that, man?
My opinion of it? Well,
Yeah.
it's an opportunity for athletes to make money after their pro careers are done. And a lot of these athletes love combat sports. They love boxing.
Right.
They love MMA. It's a platform and an opportunity for them. You can't really look at it beyond that because I'm not going to deny someone the opportunity to make money.
I'll tag in there where I'll say I feel like the opposite of that, where I'm like, you have this super cool sport, this amazing sport, whether that be MMA or boxing, combat sports writ large, where it's just like, why wouldn't you want to try this? This is so fascinating. What the fuck? Let's do it. And they're doing it.
I just, I wish there were better opportunities for other athletes, but if you love combat sports and you're being paid one time, an entire year's salary.
Right.
It could be, it's probably not NBA minimum money, but it's at least NFL minimum contract money, which is around.
But also, how long has an NBA been around? We haven't had MMA as a sport.
75 years.
Right. We haven't had that longevity.
No, MMA as a sport is less than 30 years old. It'll turn 30 in 2023.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah. And it's a sport that is still growing, still building, still evolving. It's evolved faster than any other sport. Tristan Howe asking, what do you guys think about Jake Paul saying he wants to do MMA? Well, it makes sense if he goes to Bellator because it's Showtime property and he works exclusively with Showtime. Let's take a look at the tail of the bet according to DraftKings. Darren Williams, a plus 100 underdog, a minus 120 favorite is Frank Gore, a minus 250, plus 250, pardon me, if Williams gets a knockout, plus 380 if Gore gets knocked out.
The photo that they're using for Frank Gore looks like he's gonna murder them, man.
Frank Gore is built like a brick shithouse. There's no other way of saying it. He's built like a brick shithouse.
Who do I have to offend, kick in the knee, to look like Frank Gore at that age? Good God Almighty!
He is 41 years old.
That man is ripped in half.
He's still ready to fight. He's still ready to play in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a something, and that's also one of those interesting things. When we talk about boxing and MMA and celebrity versions of this, it is a very interesting thing when we have these transferable skills where people have lost their ability to do the thing that they loved.
And Darren Williams, he was a Texas, he was a wrestler growing up before he went into basketball, before he went into the NBA. He was an all-state wrestler as a child.
Right, but transferable skills, Matt. Do we think that he has the thing to push him?
Well, he's
that far?
co-owner of an MMA gym in Dallas.
Okay.
He grew up a fan of boxing and combat sports. He's a big fan of it. He's done some work before, but it's his first pro fight ever, and he's fighting a guy who's gigantic. Williams may be taller. Williams, I believe, has a 6-inch height advantage, something ridiculous.
I wouldn't be shocked, but
Frank Gore is a running back he's run 16,000 yards in the NFL. There are only 2 other people who have run more yards than him. All time.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Cardio beast.
Not even just that. He's a downhill runner. He's not.
But that's the thing, though, Matt, is like the idea of the cardio beast in combat sports is
Gore's
such...
38, pardon me, not 41.
Okay, cool. But like the cardio beast in celebrity boxing, celebrity MMA, any of that, like we're seeing some very fantastic short punches in here. Oh no, I don't know what to make of this fight anymore. Jesus fuck.
Well, this is Frank Gore's never boxed before. He started boxing.
It sure as shit looks like that on the fucking heavy bag.
Well, I think he was just doing light tap punches, but we're gonna...
His light tap punches looked like my Christmas greetings over the holidays.
Yeah, I don't think he was giving a lot.
Hope you are well.
Look at the pad work. Look at the damn pad work, though. And this is a guy who will take the run, who will run through anyone.
But that's not what the sport is.
No, but he's someone who can take a hit. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He can take a hit.
And this bag work right here looks way better.
Really good.
Yeah. So you just
as opposed to the
he was just
that we saw before that Tito Ortiz 3 fight.
I think those were punches for hand speed, my friend.
I think he's still good, but goddamn, video package. Don't fuck me like that. That was really scary. Come on. You all day, baby, come on.
And just
it's great.
Gore
to be a Miami Hurricane. I'm clapping on the 1s and 3s and every other thing I can clap on. Anyway, let's go.
And we're still in this video package here, but Brendan, in this four round fight, who wins? Who do you got? What's your prediction?
Frank Gore round 2 knockout.
Interesting. Steph,
TKO. Excuse me.
Who do you got in this fight? Frank Gore or Deron Williams? The tall guy or the big guy?
Is he related to Al Gore?
He is not.
God damn it. I would have said him.
Listen.
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the strength and integrity of the Al Gore family.
I'm coming in with there will be a Chad.
Chris Walter saying drinking while commentating might be a bad idea. No, just not sleeping is a terrible idea.
Yeah, great.
Joel Arma saying shout out to the Island Boys. Yes, shout out to the Island Boys. You've heard that song, right?
Oh yeah, tall versus strong. What the fuck are we dealing with?
Yeah.
And also, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
You're at a 27. I need you at like a 15.
Jimmy Lennon.
There we go.
Between 2 half-naked women at the age of 643, ready to tell people that he's dying. But hot damn, we're here.
Yeah.
Williams.
And Frank Gore will be making his walk out to the ring adorned in a Master Chief helmet. Yeah. A jacket with, I believe, every single team in the NFL he's ever played for. And a University of Michigan sleeve. I don't know why. Oh, because I believe of Jim Harbaugh and his son walking out with him. They've put the Master Chief helmet on the child. And I don't know what to make of this entrance.
Well, that's what they say on the airplanes. Put the helmet on the child.
Get
your shit together.
So, and I believe Frank Gore's walking out with at least 3 of his children, along with, I believe, several members of 2 Live Crew.
Yeah. Listen.
Gore from Florida down the state from Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, the ancestral home of our own Stephanie Sottile.
The place that's known as that Lottie Dottie. Hot damn, this will be the okayest fight of the night.
Yeah, this will be a fight that happens. This is a fight that is airing on pay-per-view in 2021.
You're here.
Michael Pfister saying, is it Michigan or is it Miami? I know what the University of Miami logo looks like. It is the M from University of Michigan.
4 years there. Mm-hmm. This is not that thing. Mm-hmm. I don't think.
No, it's not the U.
Yeah.
You know what the U looks like.
Yeah, you better figure it out. Figure it out, man.
Two Live Tristan Howell and Brett Thomas. Yes, I know Two Live Crews from South Florida. That's why I made the joke.
Whoa, baby. All right. So, we get into these fucking freak fights.
Yeah. You want a cup of coffee?
No. I want a cup. I want a cup of this being done. Like, what are we even doing here? Can we get back to MMA tomorrow? Please and thank you. No, a series of good fights that we have tonight. I mean, what a banger of a first fight, and what a fun freak fight that we have.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun fight. Like, these are the weird parts of boxing cards, is that they feel way long. They're way longer than MMA cards, but the time in between fights feels a lot longer.
Yeah, listen, boxing fights, they feel a lot longer, and they are.
I was trying to articulate my point beyond that, so fuck you.
No, I want to dunk on boxing compared to MMA, where I go, MMA is so much better than boxing. What are we doing here? Jimmy Lennon Jr., this is your fault.
It's not his fault.
He did this.
Deron Williams walking to the ring with his Fortis fight gear on the gym he owns in Dallas.
His gloves look so big.
They are very big, I believe.
He looks like he's walking down me like, I will punch you with this.
Ungodly large gloves.
Truly.
I don't know what size gloves those are, but those are ungodly large.
So what would you like to box with? Size menacing. We don't have that. Make it! Okay.
Unnecessary.
I know. I think this will be...
That noise you hear, that's the pun police coming to get you finally.
God damn it.
Finally coming to get you.
Take me away, ha ha, ho ho, hee hee. The pun police, where everything is cliche.
And Tyron Williams walking in very slowly, very measured, not coming out with anybody. His entire corner didn't even come out with him, which was weird.
You have a bad game of Twister, Matt. It really fucks things sideways.
Frank Gore had half of Opalaka walking out to the ring with him.
Opalaka supports Frank. Let's be real.
I believe he's got a Dave & Buster's logo on his ring on his ring jacket. Well, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Deron Williams 37, Frank Gore 38. Williams 6'3", Gore 5'9", Williams at 211 and a quarter, Frank Gore at 209 and a half, Williams at an 80-inch reach.
What is this reach advantage?
An 8-inch reach advantage, 72 inches to Gore, and Williams is the underdog in this fight.
What the fuck are we doing?
Gore is the underdog.
What are we dealing with? Kids, this is insane. Why are we here? Let's do this.
And it's the official introductions. This is going to be an interesting fight. I really want to see a knockout here for no other reason, just because I want to yell at something on the TV.
Jimmy Lennon Jr. saying, I don't know where I am.
Don't slag Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Oh,
he's the best ring announcer in boxing.
He's very, very good. But to be clear, he is literally asking the existential question of why are these two guys fighting? Because that's what we're dealing with here. We're in the freak fight business, kids, yes, and let's fucking go. I'm sorry, Jimmy, that you have to do this.
Christopher Young, the referee for this fight. Brett Thomas saying Gore is going to Tyson Williams. Interesting possibility there.
Yeah.
That reach won't mean shit, according to Brett Thomas, when Gore says blap, blap, blap.
I believe that's a technical term.
Yes, that is a boxing term.
Blap, blap, blap.
The hungover moth saying, why does the name Frank Gore remind me of Al Capone? Because he had the running game on lock for like a decade. That man was a runner in multiple ways. When you get six...
so mad at you at how good that is.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, here we go, kids. Mouth guards are getting in the mouths, and you know that means punchy boy action. Let's go.
Tired. We were very
I
tired.
so need to go to bed. I go to Minnesota tomorrow. Want to die. Anyway.
Frank Gore, 5-time NFL Pro Bowl running back. He is also, as I said before, the 3rd leading rusher in pro football history. When you can run more yards than Jim Brown, you're a bad man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can now.
No, you can't. Jim Brown could still kick your ass.
Isn't he dead?
No, he's still alive.
That makes that joke not work at all.
Hopefully you didn't kill Jim Brown.
You know my life.
Gore and Williams, do you see the height advantage is noticeable. This is a pride fight. This is a fucking pride fight with boxing gloves. This is gonna be a weird ass night.
Olive against your room door. Let me see the free fight! Let me in!
Gore in red trunks with white piping. Williams in white trunks with black piping and a little bit of green accent. Here we go.
What was the weight class for this match?
Heavyweight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Williams leading with the left. Throws a straight left. Gore coming right in, though. Williams keeping his hands up, the more active fighter. Gore stepping inside. Williams using that reach advantage, leading with that left hand. 2:41 left to go in round number 1. Straight jab. Williams missing with some shots, getting Gore inside, and Gore almost back suplexing Williams. Gore had to wrap the legs on the clinch there. 2:28 left to go, leading with the left hand.
I thought he was going for a fucking double.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought it was good strategy.
Left hand missed by Gore. Left-right combination upstairs, downstairs by Williams. Williams really impressive so far here in the early going of this round, utilizing his jab, utilizing his reach, but Gore getting inside, throwing some shots in there, but Williams covering up. 2:05 left to go in the round.
I mean, Williams looks loose by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it's heavyweight, non-boxer boxing. It's gonna be stiff, kids. But Williams looks loose.
Yeah, Williams throwing that left again. Both men leading with their lefts. Williams kind of pie-facing Gore there, not letting him use his reach advantage. Gets inside, locking up, and both men up against the ropes. A slip there by Gore.
It almost looked like a spear, or let's say,
No, but I think he stumbled off which is funny to say for a running back. He stumbled off the blocks there. And Williams going right back after Gore. Gore gets him around into the corner, but Williams will immediately tie up.
running back, more like stumbling forward, am I right?
Minute 14 left to go in the round 1 of 4 in the heavyweight division, in this heavyweight exhibition. Gore steps right in, misses with the, Williams steps right in, misses with the left, landed the right. Gore looking tired here, overhand right. Williams has found the momentum here, spins out though, but Gore B-buttons his way out of a bad situation.
I mean, Williams is looking real fucking good here, Matt.
He's got the height and weight advantage. He's got the height,
weight, and range. Yeah. I mean, he's throwing with, as one of my broadcast partners might say, impunity. And he's coming in quick.
Williams throwing some powerful punches here, right to the body by Gore.
Gore is being very tight with his stuff, but also a little low, Matt. But he's getting these punches.
He's trying to get to the midsection because he's trying to open up the body so he can get up inside. A right hand landed by Gore so he can go for the jaw. He has to find a way to get inside, so he's got to work the body, open up those shots, and then he can get inside.
Well, it's not a bad strategy from him. You have Williams possibly overextending himself, Gore really holding it close and coming in with some really big power shots. Like, it's not a bad strategy, but it's also, we have 4 rounds, kids. Get your shit in.
We'll go to round number 2. We might have somebody with some raspberry jam. Now let's take a look here at some of the highlights from round number 1. Trying to get inside. Williams using his reach beautifully there. Just landing some lefts and some rights, finding some opportunities to really surpass everybody's expectations. Looking at this fight on paper, not knowing any of their backgrounds, you would automatically give Williams the advantage, but Gore, you see him eat a right hand there. He was trying to find a way out of Williams' range. which was really hard, but using that power and speed there.
You know what's
to
a
get out
really
of the
weird
way.
animal to look at, Matt, is honestly, like, Williams was the aggressor in this round. Let's not get that wrong. But his accuracy was, how do I put this eloquently? P.S. Gore really ducked, dobbed, weaved, and really did not do much. He did not win this round.
No, he did not. Round 2, and Williams lets Gore inside for just a moment, shot to the body. Gore a little more aggressive here in the early going of round number 2.
That's where I was going with this. If you did not get punched in the face that much, you might have an energized second round.
Exchange here. Sorry to cut you off, Brendan.
No, by all
but
means.
right hands and left hand. Oh, solid shots. Both of these guys landing here. Gore going straight for the face. You can start to see some swelling around the eyes of Williams. Both of them getting tangled up. Gore is pissed off now, which is not what you want. Getting inside in a clinch. And the referee will have to break this one up.
Do you really want to piss off a man named Gore? I mean,
No.
I personally don't want to befuddle a man named Evisceration. I think it would be bad.
Gore with that left hand comes right in again, missing the combination. A right-left combination did Williams. A glancing blow landed by Gore. Gore pacing around here. Williams has controlled the momentum of this fight, but Gore getting inside, wrapping up again, and pressing Williams up against the ropes.
It's a fucking close one, Matt. Right now, I have the first round going for Williams. Gore is being the aggressor in this round.
Yes, he certainly is.
He needs to go in for these big power shots, though, because this is a 4-round fight. Like, I don't necessarily think that Frank Gore is a decision human, but a knockout? Let's see.
Missing with that left hand is Gore. Under 90 seconds left to go. Trying to create some shots to the head from both fighters. And Williams will wrap up. Gore trying to get out of it and pressed up against the ropes. And the referee once again will have to break the clinch.
This is the thing I don't like about boxing is there should be more belly-to-belly suplexes.
I'll agree on that.
Come on.
9 left to go, and Williams landing a shot to the jaw. Gore landing one of his own, a combination. And once again, uppercut and Williams. Shot!
Oh my God!
Tyron Williams just shoved Frank Gore through the ropes and then punched him out of the ring. That could be a disqualification. That might be a point deduction at minimum.
Talk to me about that, Matt, because, like, for the unfamiliar, like, what the fuck was that? I mean, it looked like a push into a punch. You can't do pushes?
No, you can't push somebody out of the ring.
Right.
That's cheating.
But if you're trying to do a forceful thing where, like, regularly your boxing is looking like that, if you box with both hands and then you go...
Yeah, so what happened was Williams tried to shove him off, and then while Gore's inertia was sending him backwards through the ropes, Williams threw punches at him. That might as well be, that could be a disqualification, like that's a DQ offense, in my opinion, or at least a point deduction.
Well, I mean, we're in a freak fight right now. I mean, like, rules of boxing are a little...
We get back to action here, 50 seconds, and Gore! Gives it back to Williams! He just bull rushes him, and another time is called. Gore getting him back, getting the receipt, bull rushes Williams, and then just sends him through the ropes again. Both men will touch gloves. Both men do not like each other right now and want to fuck the other one up. Gore came in with a right hand from hell. He is going from Hollywood to Opalaka, and Williams is throwing some shots too. Overhand right. That one was straight from Liberty City, and Williams again throwing Gore down onto the canvas. This is turning to street piece real quick, and I love this shit.
Give it to me, baby! My body is ready. Fuck me!
And time is not time keeps running here. We are 13 seconds left into the most calamitous round of the year. And a shot by both fighters, locking up again, and an overhand right by Gore. This one is a toss-up round. It's a 10-point must system, but I don't know what the hell is going on.
Diggity fuck all of the fat baby, the dog claiming that was a banger of a round, and 2 pushes, strong shots. We're going into the third. We're halfway through. I gotta give it 1-1, Matt, if I'm gonna give it.
You give round 1 to Williams, and round 2, I think just by process of elimination, you can give it to Gore.
Well, I mean, it's a toss-up. You have some rule-breaking shit, but you also have a very aggressive Gore who got some knockdowns. What a shit show. Round 3, I feel like, will be relatively determinant here.
Someone's going to shoot a takedown. I don't know who's going to shoot a takedown, but someone's going to shoot a takedown.
Gore with the angle slam. German suplexes and bunches.
Through the ropes was one of the most egregious things I think I've seen all year in combat sports.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a question, Matt. If you're punching here and you have ropes.
Round 3, here we go. Both of these guys throwing and then immediately into the clinch. And now Williams trying to get out of the clinch. A right hand to the head. The referee will break it up. The referee now has just become a truant officer in a middle school fight. And Williams landing shots, Gore up against the ropes again. This is looking exactly like a fight I saw in high school.
Matt, have you seen my fucks given? I do
not. I have not seen them all night long. They are with your melatonin. An uppercut in the clinch from Gore. 2:23 left to go in the round. Gore putting Williams on the ropes.
So they're in my body and not working. Grand. All right, here we are. Williams, Gore.
Gore's landed 21 of 59 power punches for 36%. 20 of 38 for Williams, who throws a right and a left, and he's just wailing on Gore in the corner. He might have caught him with a back in the head punch. He might have hit him with a rabbit punch.
That looks like a rabbit to me, Matt. And it looks like the ref agrees, giving Gore a second in the corner, and Gore's just like, I don't like this.
He's checking. He might be giving him a standing 8. He gave him a standing 8 count.
Did he?
Yeah, it was technically a knockdown. That might have been a technical knockdown. And now Williams going to work again with a minute 40 left to go in the 3rd round. Deron Williams
doing the work, baby. Come on, Deron Williams. But goddamn, this is a way better fight than the opener. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, this is a freak fight, so it's going to be calamitous. It's chaotic. You saw 2 actual boxers before, and now you have a former point guard and running back throwing shots at each other, throwing rights at the head, trying to give everything they have to prove that they belong here. Both guys just throwing wild shots. Gore looking a little fugazi right now, looking a little tired, looking a little verklempt. Get up against the ropes again by Williams. Locks him up in right hands by Williams. Smart move in the clinch there.
I mean, Frank Williams is showing a level of boxer intelligence that is, 2 fights beyond the amount of fights he's done.
Yeah.
Maybe don't get knocked out.
Wrapped up in the ropes again. Williams sponsored by Dude Wipes.
No.
Sponsored by Dave & Buster's. And almost a Buster Douglas shocking the world style knockout by Williams. Both men missing with right hands and once again pressed up against the ropes.
I need a Dude Wipes person sponsored against a Tushy person. I need butthole supremacy to be on the line in a fight.
Well, right now, everybody who bet money on Frank Gore's buttholes are sufficiently puckered with 17 seconds left to go in round 3, as Williams may take round 2.
The 2000 is attacking me right now. It's a lock. It's a lock. Don't worry. It's a lock. Oh!
Punch to the midsection by Williams.
Yeah, honestly, an incredible fight where they are not looking gassed.
No. I think Gore's a little tired. But
maybe a little tired, but honestly, both of them are putting out an output here that, listen, sometimes when you get professional boxers, you do not have the same level of output because it's chess match, it's jousting, it's back and forth.
Yeah, you see a lot of output over the course of 10 rounds. And let's take a look at we'll talk about some of the replays here. Lancing right hand. It felt like Gore forgot he was fighting for a second, and then Williams just mugged him in the corner and punched him in the back of the head.
That could not be more accurate, Matt. It honestly looked like it was just like, hey, Ma, you're in the corner. It's nice to see. Oh, no!
Last time I saw somebody get punched in the back of the head that badly, someone yelled, hold my pocket at the end of it.
Oh, no. There we good goddamn won't go.
Just in the corner here. Gore finding ways to evade, but Williams was the more aggressive fighter in the 2nd round. Right now, I've got a 2 rounds to 1 at minimum for Gore. It might be 3-all.
But it is also something where the aggression, particularly within a 4-round freak fight, is so important. But it is not something when we slow down these fights.
We're in the 4th and final round.
I think he's taking too much damage.
Williams throwing some shots, but Gore catches him with a right and gets him back into the clinch. Right hand here. 2:37 left to go. Pressed up against the ropes is Gore. Williams stepping inside once again, getting right inside, throwing a shot to the head of Frank Gore with that right hand one more time. Gore in a little bit of trouble here, gets back into the clinch.
I'm not going to say, as a former UMiami graduate, that this is turning from you to boo, but it's not looking good.
And it went from Mario Cristobal to...
Did his crystal ball predict this?
Yes, it did.
Good.
It is getting in the Blake James territory real quick for the U of Miami alum.
It's not a great day to be a Miami Hurricane. It's a cheer. Let's continue.
Billy Corbin out there right now is pissed off. And Corbin knows exactly why.
NWA all day.
Yeah, minute 46 left to go. Williams standing in the center of the ring. Gore slowing down here, looking a little hurt and keeping that right hand low. Might be trying to load it up, but he also might have hurt himself. Minute 35 left to go, left hand thrown by Gore. 90-second mark now in the second fight of 4 on this main card. Right hand landed by left hand landed by both fighters. Gore getting inside with the right hand in a clinch once again. Williams
is looking impeccable in his stamina. And has kept this up this entire fucking fight.
Deron Williams, Darren Williams, has surprised everybody. Minute 5 left to go in the round. Both men back after the referee breaks him up. Williams once again getting Gore inside. Gore going downstairs, upstairs, not landing with either shot. 55 seconds left to go. Straight left landed by Gore. 53 seconds left to go. Both men trying to get inside. Gore landing an overhand left to the jaw of Williams. The height and reach advantage really prevalent here. Really prevalent between these two fighters. 40 seconds left to go in the round before we go to the scorecards. Williams not landing a right hand. Trying to make something happen. Trying to create some sort of activity. 31 seconds left to go in this fight. The 4th round of a heavyweight exhibition. Both men in the center of the ring. Williams steps in with a right hand. Does not land. 24 seconds left to go now. Both men standing in the center of the ring. Both circling. Gore, the less active fighter in this round. He has been pieced up the majority of the 3rd and 4th round in a clinch again. Going for the legs was Gore, and he just opens him up to shots from Williams. And with that, we will go to the scorecards in Tampa. Williams and Gore go the distance.
Exactly how I fucking feel, Olive. What a okay fight. I mean, like, this was one of the better freak fights that I've seen in, like, a good long while. Frank Gore putting on a heck of a show against Darren Williams. Darren Williams really having trained the fuck out of his fucking endurance. Darren Williams, you looked fucking great, bro.
Yeah, he had a tremendous effort here tonight.
I hope someone tweets this out. You looked really good. What a fight. I mean, this is one of those things that comes into why we have weight classes, why we have reach advantage, because, like, there's certain things that you just get fucking born with, kiddo.
Yep.
Where, like, you can overcome that as much of an athlete.
Landing 31% of his total punches did Williams. Gore landed only 23%, but landed 33% of his power punches. 28 of 84 did Gore. Williams 35 of 96. Gore landed 11 of 82 jabs. Williams landed 13 of 60, 22% to 23%.
What a shit show.
Yeah.
Truly, I mean,
it was the fight we expected, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I expected Frank Gore to come in with a certain amount of power and be able to clip him with a hook in the second. That was my prediction.
Yes, and you know, Brendan, I run a professional wrestling company.
I do know that.
You, Stephanie, and Ben work for that wrestling company, and we're returning to New York City, and Olive's excited for it on January 15th for Ewing.
Oh, fuck yeah. Kids, you need to come to this show because we have so much cool shit coming in. Matt,
we're giving away 2 tickets tonight. We're giving away 2 general admission tickets, and we're waiting for the results here tonight. We haven't gotten the results for this fight yet. As soon as it comes through, we'll let you know. But we're giving away 2 tickets tonight. If you live in the New York City area, the only way you can win is by tweeting at me, MRyan Consulting. Tweeting at me, MRyan Consulting, and using the hashtag Ewing33. That's the hashtag Ewing33. If you live in the New York area and you want free tickets to our return to New York City with 2 champions who will have honor and national acclaim. You want to do that, you tweet at me, MRyan Consulting, and use the hashtag Ewing33. We're going to go to the scorecards right now. The referee decided that he would call. There was a technical knockdown earlier in the fight. And let's go to the official announcement.
The official announcement, and while we are looking for that official announcement and apparently getting a goddamn commercial, I'll say there's someone of national acclaim, someone whose devil-may-care attitude may say "fuck the police" if we really want to make
they have national alliances across the country.
Oh, truly. And, they wrestle with that every day. And also, we have truly an honorable and pure man coming in.
Yes.
The purest.
Some would say he's the goods. Some would say he's the goods.
Listen, some of these people have been into the woods, but he is the woods.
Someone asking us to feed the dog. No, we feed the dog. She feeds on attention, and we're not giving it to her right now.
Yeah.
So she.
Because I'm sucking up all that.
Yes.
So fuck you. We have fun
after
here.
this fight, we'll go to a Q&A from the chat so I can get some water. But
I'm gonna pee so that you can take out and have water.
All right, I'll be bringing you the official decision. We are in the middle of a Billions commercial because why the fuck wouldn't we do that on a pay-per-view that we paid $70 for? You decide to promote Billions. And we're going to go to the official results here. Jimmy Lennon Jr. After 4 rounds, we're going to go to the scorecards here. It's a split decision. A split decision. All right. Efren LeBron scores about 38-37 in favor of Williams. Michelle Walker Serrano scores the fight 38-37 for Frank Gore. Interesting. And Judge Michael Ross will score the fight 40-35 for Deron Williams. Williams will win by split decision. Interesting to see that one of the judges gave Frank Gore the win. But Deron Williams, in his first ever and possibly his last ever boxing match, gets the split decision victory. And he walks out of here the winner. And you know what? After a career that was a little less than what he probably would have wanted, he walks out with the win tonight and able to hold his head high facing the third leading rusher in NFL history and an overall bad human. A basketball player beat a football player in a boxing match tonight. That is an interesting headline and an interesting conversation as we talk about athletics and skill and prowess in this country and both skill positions. A point guard defeating a running back. That is a very interesting combination. Deron Williams saying he's going to sit his dumb old ass somewhere and let the professionals do it. A fair thing. And he spent his last 5 sparring sessions. He felt like he was on point. He did put together a really solid technical performance tonight.
I'd agree with that, Matt. I feel like Williams had a really utterly good performance, and you were right that I did have glitter on my face. Ariel Helwani interviewing Williams in the middle of a ring right now. Hell of a performance. Truly.
Someone in the chat, Joel Drama, saying, Deron, come back. Brooklyn needs you.
Good.
Well, the Nets do need him. They do not have any players right now because of COVID protocols, because Kyrie Irving came back and immediately went into COVID-19 protocols because he's a jackass.
God damn. What are we... How? What? Fuck.
Yeah. And just looking at the highlights again, we'll go to the chat in just a second. Brendan will take over for a brief period of time.
Yeah, take out for a second.
Deron Williams, what a tremendous performance here tonight. Bruce Bobtrotter saying, hey guys, no worries about changing his nickname to Wonder Man. The more accurate nickname would be Steven Irrelevant Thompson. Agreed?
But maybe. But also maybe.
Brett Thomas saying, well, the earth is flat. Shut up.
Brett!
No, because that's a thing that Kyrie Irving believed at one point. He thought the earth was flat.
Oh, no. But if it was flat, we would have discovered it based on our living here.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes, we would have
Ah, but the sun is also a square.
The sun is a massive incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace. Hydrogen is built into helium at a temperature of millions of degrees.
Yeah, that just explained it. Listen, kids.
Does no one listen to They Might Be Giants? What the fuck?
I don't know! But apparently, the wise little goat is asking, who am I picking in the main event? Not the fans, because fuck you. You put this? Why? We get paid to watch this. Come on, kids. But no, it is honest to gooseness a thing where I think Tyron Woodley takes it, and I don't want to believe that. I have mixed feelings about that, rather, because I do feel that Jake Paul has been so selective and so fucking good about his picks about who he's going to fight, particularly in the putting down of the sport of MMA, that it kind of hurts me, honestly, because, like, a Conor McGregor would fucking murk him. Most people in a top 5 would fucking murk him. But he's taking out a bunch of people who've lost their chins, and that's not an offense to Tyron or Ben. It is, you competed against the top of the top, and then you competed against this guy who gave you $1 bazillion for it. It's really hard. It's really fucking hard. I do believe that Tyron has it tonight. And I think that's entirely based on optimism and ignorance.
Yeah, that's a homer bet.
That's a homer
bet and a half.
And I will fucking take it. Because I do believe that Jake Paul is the weirdest of animals in mixed martial arts. The weirdest of animals in boxing. Because I think he's making things better for both while being an utter shithead. So, like, Jake Paul, way to go, man. And also, thank you for elevating fighter pay and for elevating the sport. But also, fuck you, man. And I hope Tyron fucking walks a fucking dog hole in you. I hope he stomps a mud hole in your ass. Not even in like a fisty way, but more in a, I don't know. I hope he gives you a stunner. I think it'd be cute. Anyway, so main event of the night. My heart says Woodley. It's going to be Jake Paul. Jake Paul's going to knock Tyron Woodley out, and it's going to hurt me, and I'm going to feel really bad because we're in the second version of this. Why the fuck? Why the fuck are we dealing with this? It's chaos. But an utterly good freak fight. We are in our third fight and co-main event of the night, baby. And it's worth noting. I mean, like, we're building up these cards to get to a point where you are elevating these fighters to be able to have a really good fight on the next pay-per-view. And Serrano won that last fight, and you have 41-1 Amanda Serrano with 30 fucking KOs. Do you know what else had 30 KOs?
What?
My freshman year Miami career on myself. Speaking of our dear pal. But hot damn, man, this will be the fight of the night, in my opinion. Coming up, and then we have our Cruiserweight fight between a 4-0, 3-KO Jake Paul versus a 0-1 Tyron Woodley with potential arthritis in his hand, allegedly, and the will to win of, Barry fucking Horowitz.
Barry Horowitz?
I'm making the reference I can. It's my people.
I just was confused by it.
He just loses a lot. And Tyron Woodley...
Chuck Eshelman saying Paul goes down in the first or it's fixed.
Can't it be both?
I don't get that.
The fixed concept?
No,
or
the fixed concept that's boxing. We had a sample size. There's a robot in the background of the pay-per-view.
Okay.
Why is there a robot behind Brian Custer, and why is he...
No, don't question it. Give it to me, and his purple suit is gorgeous.
He's doing the robot.
I thought he was Millie rocking for a second.
Lean with it, rock
with it. Lean with it, rock with it.
Yes, good.
Is that robot trying to run game on somebody? Because right now in the world, in Tampa, Florida, because this is the most Tampa thing I can think of.
Nothing's going
on. A YouTuber is about to fight a mixed martial artist while there's a robot dancing.
Jason Mendoza is not refereeing this fight, therefore it cannot be the most Tampa thing.
He was Jacksonville.
You're right. All right. I'll take it.
Amanda Serrano.
Buck mine ears.
Amanda Serrano, who also has mixed martial arts experience. She fought for Combate America. She's actually trained as a professional wrestler, so she has a
No shit. Can we book her?
We don't have that kind of money. Varied skill set. John Bruce Woodley getting paid. That's interesting.
I will submit a definite thing. 100% lock. Woodley gets paid.
Ooh, and an interesting book recommendation from Brett Thomas. There's a great book about boxing and its controversies. It's called Only the Ring is Square. I would read that.
Great title.
That is a solid title.
Fantastic
I would read the
title.
shit out of that book, though.
Hell yeah.
We last saw Amanda Serrano back in the first Paul Woodley fight back in August. She is a southpaw fighter. We last saw her defending her WBO, WBC, and IBO featherweight titles against the Amalie Mercado. Mercado went the distance the first time in 3 fights that Serrano would go the distance. That was a 3-fight knockout streak. Her last and only loss was a controversial 2012 loss to Frida Wahlberg in Sweden for the WBC super featherweight title. Wahlberg from Sweden.
How long ago was that?
That was 9 years ago.
Okay.
So she's not lost in 9 years.
So one might say she's on a tear.
Yeah, and then you have Miriam Gutierrez. She was last seen in the ring with a win over Alexandra Ivanovic back in November 4th, so just a month and 14 days ago.
So this is who's been competitive forever, who versus who's competitive now, and we're gonna bring it with a side of bring it sauce in our co-main event, baby.
And Gutierrez, a former WBA interim and gold lightweight champion, because titles are meaningless in boxing.
Gold.
Yes, because they just make shit up.
We don't do that in wrestling.
But Gutierrez's last loss was against someone at Serrano's level, Katie Taylor, by unanimous decision back in 2020. Taylor, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Serrano looking to get into the conversation as she moves up to lightweight from featherweight. She's currently the WBO, WBC, and IBO featherweight champion, as I said before. But now,
it's not as much of a leap, man. I mean, like, we talk about these leaps that happen more often than not when we're talking about super fights. It's within welterweight, middleweight, lightweight, I feel like, and also maybe light heavyweight if we want to really fucking send that. But it is something where the 10-pound weight bump is not the worst thing, not the craziest thing. It's the 15-pound that seems to be fucking with people's lives. So, I don't know, man. I got a little bit of faith for Serrano, having not lost in 9 years, facing someone who has not lost this week. I don't know.
With Serrano getting ready in the locker room, I don't know if these are live shots or earlier shots, but throwing shots at the pads, you can see the power there from Amanda Serrano. If you're watching along with us and you're joining us for the first time and you've not commented or liked or subscribed yet, what's stopping you? Ring the notification bell, click the subscriber button, and be a part of the fun here. The tail of the bet for our main event once again, Woodley a plus 200 underdog, Paul a minus 250 favorite.
I hate this.
The over-under is 6.5 rounds. The over for Jake Paul is a minus 130. For Woodley, it's a plus 105 under. So if you think he's going to take it in under 6.5 rounds, it's a plus 105 bet. That's a solid bet. But let's take a look.
Oh, no!
Miriam Gutierrez, according to our friends at DraftKings, is a plus 1,000 underdog. Amanda Serrano, a minus 2,500 favorite. But as we saw last week with Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena, those odds don't mean shit. Because we don't know what's happening. And that line could be moved real quick.
To quote the fucking Drew Carey show, the improv thing.
Whose line is it anyway?
None of this matters.
Listen,
I lose between that, Sartre, and all that, but none of this matters. Fuck. But that's where we're at. It is something where MMA and boxing, it's a shit show. But hot damn, do I expect this shit show to be Serrano.
Amanda Serrano.
Coming in with the heat. Coming in with the conditioning, baby. To give my dude a little bit of credit. And Tyron Woodley looking like...
Coming in at 189.5 pounds yesterday.
He looks really ready to lose.
Yeah.
And then Jake Paul looks very tall.
Yes, he does not wish he was a little bit taller. He does wish he was a baller. He does have a girl who looks good if he can call her.
Yeah, if he could call her, but
Brett
goddamn.
Thomas saying you're at the existential level of drunk. I think you're at like I'm going to fall asleep in my cab home.
I've been falling asleep in your cab home since yesterday.
Yikes.
Let's do it, kids. Here we are. Amanda Serrano, Miriam Gutierrez.
It was a -2,500 on favorite. -2,500.
This affects nothing. It's fine.
Do you think this fight goes the distance?
By the distance, you mean the first round?
No, I mean like to the judges' scorecard.
I mean it doesn't go past the first round.
You don't think this fight's gonna go?
I feel out on the streets they call it murder.
I think if Katie Taylor went the distance with her, and Katie Taylor is a savage. You can call her the best women's boxer in the world right now. That's not Clarissa Shields.
I might.
Serrano makes a case for herself right now as the best female boxer in the world, but. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen in this fight? I'm gun shy from saying this is going to be a solid lock because of what happened last weekend at UFC 269. Because of what happened to Amanda Nunes, I am not setting any kind of guarantee stone cold lock of the pick of the week, of the century, of the month, of the year.
Well, my stone cold lock is saying Amanda Serrano is coming in with the heat, and she's absolutely going to beat that ass, open up a can of whoop ass, and absolutely be the #1 boxer in the goddamn world. You made this happen.
I know I did.
Good.
I'm sitting in that shame. I also want buttered chickens. That's kind of getting me through the rest of the night. I'm Matt Ryan, that's Brendan Sokler, he's on whiskey, I'm on wine, and we are bringing you the action from Tampa, Florida. We're coming to the studio from somewhere in the state of New Jersey, and if you want to win free tickets to Catalyst Wrestling's Ewing on January 15th in Brooklyn, New York, follow me on Twitter at @MRyanConsulting. Use the hashtag Ewing33. And if you want to buy tickets to the show, more info will be dropped this Monday on Catalyst Wrestling's Twitter @CatalystWrestle. That's @CatalystWrestle.
.com.edu?
No, at the Twitter handle @CatalystWrestle.
But what about the website?
CatalystWrestling.com.
There we go. You have options. No excuses, kids. Show the fuck up. Anyway.
Wendy on studio saying bowl 30. Good for you. Good for you.
Good. I am pleased. Anyway, we're coming in. Co-main. Hot diggity fuck. I'm so excited, Matt, based off of literally nothing other than the fact that I think this will be good boxing.
This is going to be very good boxing, and we're going to see Amanda Serrano dust. I don't want to say it because I was wrong. And PJ Simpson, Ewing 33 is in Patrick Ewing? Yes.
Hell yeah.
We named a wrestling show after Patrick Ewing because that's what
He signed my children's book that he wrote in a Borders bookstore in 1995.
Interesting.
With Sean Kemp, I believe he co-wrote a series with because they were childhood friends.
Trigger D saying best commentary team in YouTube history. Thank you.
I'll fucking take it.
Brian Blevins, Matt, you want some cheese with that one? I could go for a nice charcuterie board right now.
I could go for a Manchego. I'm just saying. Hot damn. This is gonna be so good.
Just fought a month and a half ago.
Because
that's insanity. That you should not be fighting in the co-main event of a pay-per-view just about over a month after your last fight.
Listen, I've been looking for the fucks that I was giving earlier, but I also looked for the fucks that she was giving, and I didn't find them.
I know you didn't find them. They're not under the Christmas tree that's just to your left.
It's a cute Christmas tree.
It is
they did a very good job.
Yes, all the credit goes to Steph on that.
Let's
Amanda Serrano wearing a custom outfit that is all denim. She posted it on Twitter yesterday. It is a very denim-inspired outfit. It is a denim
Is this
jacket.
all Canada everything? What are we doing?
I don't know, but it is denim and I believe khaki. And that is
And then we have the Puerto Rican flag.
Well, she is of Puerto Rican descent.
Isn't Gutierrez also Puerto Rican?
I believe she is not. No, she's from Spain.
Okay, cool.
Gutierrez is from Spain. She fought. Oh, this is her first fight. The loss to Katie Taylor, pardon me, was her first fight.
Wouldn't that be so fucking rude? It's like, listen, she's the best boxer in the world. This is her first fight. Let's go!
This is her, Trigger D saying this is the real main event. Well, you're
not wrong.
You're not
wrong. Like, this will be exceptional boxing on the highest level. And then the main event will be here.
PJ with some Patrick Ewing slander in the comments. How dare you, sir?
How the fuck
dare you? He was a New York Knicks legend.
As a Georgetown fan, I will bulldog you so hard. Just like a nice...
But Serrano coming to the ring in an outfit that my mother would have worn in 1999.
That my mother...
Oh, thank you, Trigady. He meant the commentary as our main event.
Oh, thanks, Trigady. That's very sweet.
Bye.
Thank you for giving a shit and fighting with us.
PJ, we know. I know all about Patrick Ewing. He came from Mass, and then he went to Georgetown, and then he went to the Knicks.
Well,
and
we
then
understand he came from Mass. He's very tall. There's a lot of mass there. I'm trying to kill Matt before the end of the broadcast with puns. Is it working?
Dead inside.
Let me know in the comments if you think I'm closer to killing Matt or not.
No, I know how I'm gonna die, and you're not causing it.
I've seen this. Today is not that day.
Gangland murder or some sort of pie fight accident.
Matt, what do we say to the god of death?
Brian Blevins, maybe she got that outfit from your mom. You should call and ask her. I can't call a dead person.
The answer was not that pie fight accident.
Hello, Ashes? This is your son. Did you give a Puerto Rican boxer a denim jacket that you've never met before?
Pika.
Now
no, Matt.
The ghost is
Ash.
Matt,
Jesus.
The ghost is now just saying racial epithets. That's an inside joke. Don't say that.
Okay. Anyway, Patrick chewing for Jeremy. God damn it, Trigady, I'll fight you.
Well, let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this fight, and it is going to be an interesting one. Serrano 33, Gutierrez 38. Gutierrez with the height and reach advantage, 5'7" to 67 inches, a 5'5" for Serrano, and 65.5 inches in reach for Serrano. They're both on weight, 133 3/4 pounds for Serrano, 133.5 for Gutierrez.
So let's talk about this. We have Gutierrez having all the logistical tail of the tape advantages. Why the fuck is Serrano that?
Because she's got the experience that she's one of the most feared boxers in the world, and 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds. A 3-minute knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight. So 2-minute rounds. So it'll be shorter rounds here. It'll be a quicker night at the office. Women's boxing, there's been a lot of advocates saying they should fight 3-minute rounds, but as of now,
they should fight 3-minute rounds. This is absolute bullshit, frankly, and it's sexist and it's dumb. Anyway, we're here. Let's talk about it. You have Amanda Serrano coming in as the baddest bitch on the block, and she is facing someone who seemingly has every fucking advantage in the world.
There is a judge with the last name Walker Serrano. I feel like they're not related, but of course it's Florida, so who the hell knows?
No association, I give it to her. But it is something where, like...
And Trigady with the perfect inference. She has 2 times more knockouts than Gutierrez has pro fights.
Jesus fuck, and that is where the difference lies, kids.
That's,
well put, Trigady. Goddamn.
That'll settle that one.
Listen, I don't care that you're coming in with the Nakamura gear. It's just not enough for me, baby.
Yeah. I'm Matt Ryan. This is Brendan Sokler. You are watching live coverage of Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 2 on Combat Culture across the Combat Culture Network. I am also very tired. It has been a long week for you, boy.
Yeah, no, we're all here. We're all tired. Hey, kids, if you want to do a fun thing, tell me your tired moment in the chat from the week.
Yeah, well, the moment you realize it needs to stop. The week needs to stop.
Late stage chaos.
Also, Brendan, a 7-division world champion. She has held world championships in 7 different divisions.
How many weird poops did she have to take to get that?
Oh, you incrementally, get up in divisions.
Coffee and cigarette division, coffee and banana division, I'm not doing anything division, I ate a power bar division, and then also the Outback Steakhouse division.
Ooh, that sounds like a division I want to go into. I would happily be the Outback Steakhouse. The Bloomin' Onion alone.
She's been out Alice springing through the rankings, truly. And hot damn, a bloomin' competitor, an onion to be dealt with. Kill me. I don't want to be here anymore.
I want to defenestrate you. I love you. You're a good friend of mine, but I want to defenestrate you right now.
I don't know what that is, but
That means I'm gonna fucking snap mirror you through a plate glass window.
Oh, no, I'm pretty good with that. I would
That's
also...
how the Protestant Reformation started.
I thought it was through kangaroos. I thought we were on the same page. Anyway, big fight coming up. We're doing the thing.
Case Hartz is our producer, Stephanie Sottile, our coordinating producer, and the head of all things talking to you people in the chat. She is our moderator. She is beauty, she is grace, she is Miss United States. Speaking, we got Mary Lou Freebush on the other side of the glass joining us as well. 2-minute rounds at 135 pounds.
I understand that Sandra Bullock has based her entire career off of just Steph Sottile stories.
That makes sense. Right hand landed by Gutierrez. We start round number 1 of 10. Matt Ryan, that's Brendan Sokler calling the action for you. Leading with the right hand is Serrano trying to get inside. Gutierrez trying to use her reach in the jab. This is Serrano moving up to lightweight.
So who contacted SEMA's ring gear person to get both of these people their outfits?
Oh, I probably they just are big OWE fans. Right. Minute 26 left to go in round number 1. Oh, and Serrano using that right hook to get on to tag Gutierrez here in round 1.
These gloves are beautiful, weirdly.
But Gutierrez getting stepped inside. Serrano getting in her kitchen. Serrano throwing some solid shots, getting Gutierrez in the corner. Serrano devastating Gutierrez up in the corner, throwing shots like there's nothing left in it's last call, so shots for everybody. Gutierrez getting hit with the left hand, the right hand, her face swelling. She is turtling in the corner. If this was mixed martial arts, Herb Dean would have stopped the fight 3 minutes from now.
But Mario Yamazaki wouldn't have. Hot diggity fuck, is this some hot shots?
And the referee will break things up. 37 seconds left to go in the round. Serrano throwing shots at Gutierrez. Gutierrez fighting along with her, but Serrano controlling the pace of this fight as we all expected her to. Serrano getting Gutierrez in the corner. 22 seconds left to go in the round. Gutierrez eating a couple of shots from Serrano. And but Gutierrez has turned Serrano's turned Gutierrez's face into a crimson mask as Gutierrez, either through blood or busted corpuscles, is blustery red. She is Ted Kennedy nose red as we head to round number 2.
I believe that's known as the Chipotle sauce, Matt, because hot diggity is Serrano bringing the verde, because that's that green, baby, with a little bit of spice.
Serrano's keys to victory, according to Showtime, throw combination, she's done that. Go downstairs while she's trying to...
Well, the levels there! Holy shit, Matt. The way that she changed up her combinations and was utterly unpredictable for Gutierrez to even remotely deal with. Like, I'm sorry.
Shout out to Trigger D in the chat. Mario, if she dies, she dies. Yamasaki.
Jesus fuck. I mean, Gutierrez, unless she turns it around, if it's the same type of round, I do think round 2 is the end for her, which might mean I get home to Manhattan early. I want.
Yeah, just hope the Indian place is still open. I really want butter chicken.
God damn it, I want butter chicken.
Yeah, really.
We could order that now.
We could, but then...
I believe in us. Short time.
Live and in effect from a location where you don't know the destination. Round 2 has begun. Gutierrez trying to be the aggressor here in early round number 2, but missing shots a little wildly with an overhand left, not landing those shots at all. Serrano continuing to walk through TI-88. She is a graphing calculator.
Comfortable popping the hip, really getting power behind those shots, man.
Oh, and Gutierrez trying to instigate these exchanges, but Serrano bettering it, just landing the shots, finding the rhythm, making Gutierrez look a little silly here because Serrano's answering the call. 36 of 71 power punches landed by Serrano. 8 of 31 landed by Gutierrez.
An important distinction, Matt, because the level of power that is behind Serrano's shots is indisputable compared to Gutierrez. Gutierrez is coming in with the fire, with a lot of fast work, but it's just not the same level of power. The speed is a hair slower for Serrano, but fuck, the power is exponentially higher.
Under a minute left to go in round number 2. Serrano eating a couple of shots from Gutierrez, but getting right back into Gutierrez's face, getting right inside. You can start to see the swelling on Gutierrez's face starting to inflame around the jaw, around the cheekbone.
Matching the gloves, matching the Shima era gear from Dragon Gate Torimon in 2000. Hot damn, man. Serrano is showing the fuck up right now.
And there's a reason why she hasn't lost in over 9 years. She's proving that here tonight in Tampa.
But Matt, I could totally take her. I am a man, therefore I am better at the box.
She would cook you like minute rice.
Yeah.
15 seconds left to go in the round. Our Macy Lou Freebush on the other side of the glass wholeheartedly agreeing.
Oh my god.
5 seconds left to go in the round. Standing in the middle of the ring is Serrano. Gutierrez landing a couple of shots here. Round 1, a 10-8 round for me for Serrano. Round 2, a 10-9 round for Serrano. Gutierrez more active in round 2, not really falling on her face as much.
Hey Matt, ready for me to say something that I haven't said this entire night?
Yeah.
What good boxing!
Yes! This has been fantastical boxing.
This has been so good, holy fuck. I mean,
I don't know what the fuck camera angle they're going for here, but they're trying to get in Serrano's
the elbow angle, Matt. We need to get the win.
It looks like after... It looks like after... Oh, why can't I think of his name?
Go on.
Fuck.
Do it, Matt.
Gotta shot Kennedy. When Jack Ruby shot him, and everybody just kind of came ambling out to stop it. Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald. I am very tired. I have pulled a lot of random references out of my
We're a fight away from my Assassin's reference and my 16 Sondheim drops. I get credit forever with
Brendan, according to Trigger D, you got really happy about the rice.
I fucking love rice,
Rice
kids.
is fantastic.
Let's go.
Round number 3 here. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler. We are punch drunk and not possibly actually drunk.
Yeah.
As we begin round 3.
We didn't have punch, though.
No.
Anyway, Serrano. She's been so good in this fight, and Gutierrez is absolutely putting up good defense and really coming in with in fantastic movement and utterly fast strikes. We're seeing that at the top of round 3, these rounds being 2 minutes because boxing is sexist and shitty, but it is something where you are seeing a bit of better representation out of Gutierrez, but the power behind Serrano, the speed behind Serrano, even though it's not as fast as Gutierrez, she's committing more to her punches and really getting that hip pop that we were talking about in what wrestlers get to do.
And Gutierrez standing. Ooh, both fighters throwing lefts and rights. Serrano landing 2 clean shots. Gutierrez trying to land one, not able to. Overhand right thrown by Gutierrez. Glancing blow. Lands a left hook to the jaw of Serrano. Lands a right that time. Controlling the center of the ring, both fighters. Serrano trying to get Gutierrez closer and closer to the corner with under a minute left to go. Around 51 seconds left to go in the 3rd round of 10 in the lightweight division. Shot to the body by Serrano. Gutierrez fighting hard here. Serrano showing some inflammation on the face here, looking like she's had her fair share of punches to the face tonight.
I'd agree with that, Matt, and I feel like this round might go to Gutierrez, which is the first round that might.
I don't know if right now I think it's kind of even, but I think Serrano's controlled the pace.
Well, what a shit show it is when you have 2 minutes of sexist rounds. I will keep going to this. Make them 3 fucking rounds. Get your shit together.
Well, there's a lot of other things in boxing I need to fix on top of this.
No, boxing is a perfect sport with nothing wrong with it other than this.
Oh, yeah. 8 seconds left to go in the round. Serrano standing taller here. I think she's landed the more shots. She's landed the more emphatic shots. So I think right now it's a clean sweep for Amanda Serrano. Nick Diaz is in the crowd. Or is that Nate? That's Nate. That's Nate Diaz.
Nate is here to talk about his veganism, apparently. I think I could fight Amanda Serrano, is what he's saying. I think I'll do good. Ariel saying Nathan, and Nate saying marijuana. I love it.
Ariel Hawani asking him if he had a prediction for the main event. He said no. And
Jake Shields!
Jake Shields is in the house. Oh my God, we're gonna have a reenactment of the Nashville riot tonight.
Let's give it a go, kids.
I swear to God, if the Nashville riot happens, I'm gonna be so happy.
What's it? Violence, social.
Violence
solves everything. No, it doesn't.
No,
it does not.
Jake, you should know better. You're a jiu-jitsu artist. Anyway,
We are heading into round number 4 in Tampa.
I thought he'd be a UFC champ.
He should have been. He could have been.
Great
shots
jab. Great jiu-jitsu.
Serrano throwing heavy shots here. Gutierrez missing early in round number 4. Gutierrez getting inside with Serrano landing shots of her own. A lot of pressure here from Serrano. Minute 41 left to go in round number 4 of 10.
Matt, can you speak to what it means when the speed hits you like that versus what it means when the power is hitting you like that? I mean, like it's
an accumulation thing. You're trying to time your opponent. So if she's hitting you quickly, you don't have time to register what's going on. The power shots are just as jarring, but when you can when you're trying to find and sense the rhythm and the pattern of punches, it makes things a whole lot harder.
I think you make a very astute point, Matt. We're in round 4 of 10, and it is certainly a rhythm thing. Because
solid shots from both competitors. Gutierrez is relying on an overhand left. I'm sorry, Brendan, but some
not at all.
Here.
It is entirely a battle of, do we get high volume, less velocity behind it, or less power behind it, versus Serrano, who's coming in with like real fucking heat, but also getting a little bit chin checked on the way. Is a Chuck Liddell problem to a certain degree. Also, met him the other day.
I know, you talked about it last week on the show. Gutierrez gets hit with a right to the jaw. Serrano gets her in the corner, uppercut by Serrano. Gutierrez and Serrano dancing around a little bit in the clinch. Gutierrez backed up into the corner again. Serrano landing shots to the abdomen, a shot to the head. Serrano trying to light the lamp here tonight in Tampa, the home of those piece of shit Stanley Cup winning Tampa Bay Lightning. Serrano landing some heavy hands. 15 seconds left to go in the round. Gutierrez trying to go stride for stride with the 7-division champion. Gutierrez eating a shot to the jaw once again in clinching, and we will go to the 5th round here as both fighters will be broken up by the referee. Both fighters will land glancing blows, and that will be the end of the round.
A Rangers fan, an Islanders fan, a Capitals fan, all these things come together to say, fuck Tampa Bay, fuck Jacob Scharf. He's my personal trainer. Very good. But loves Tampa. Fuck him. And also, what a banger of a fight. Hot diggity fuck. And again, fuck Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the Buccaneers.
No, they're great. Love them.
Go Gronk. Oh, that shot. There's a left hook to the jaw
24/7 champion.
from Gutierrez. And I think we need to do a live reaction one time of the Gronk cruise. You know about the Gronk cruise, right?
Tell me about the Gronk cruise.
It was Gronk and his buddies with Waka Flocka Flame and a whole bunch of Patriots fans
Okay.
on a boat.
Go on.
I will have Steph come out after this fight and explain the Gronk cruise in more detail.
I so desperately need that.
Thank you, Lil Oak, for saying we're good at commentary. Joel Drama saying bring back Mike Richter. Yes, always bring back Mike Richter. I met Mike Richter. I have a photo with Mike Richter.
Richter, hardly know her. Anyway, Gronk, could that be the name of it?
It could be, yes. Minute 52 left to go in the round.
Here we go, kids. Round 5 of 10. Another 2-rounder to be utterly indeterminate because we don't like nice things.
No. Minute 39 left to go. Both fighters standing in the center. Ooh, both fighters throwing some solid shots there. Serrano controlling the center. Trying to get Gutierrez closer and closer to the ropes. Left-right combination by Serrano. Gutierrez using that left hand but catches a left of her own. Left-right combination landed by Serrano. Minute 23 left to go in the round. Trying to lead with that right hand. Gets clipped as Serrano but gets Gutierrez through the back door with the left hand. Putting the pressure on now is Serrano. Gutierrez trying to fly with that left hand. Throw it while stepping back, not landing but getting inside both fighters. Trying to get some things going. An uppercut landed by Gutierrez. Serrano landing a combination. Gutierrez gets stutter-stepped in a little bit of rubber band AI from that shot by Serrano. Gutierrez stepping right back into the middle, though. 6 seconds left to go in the round. Serrano throwing some hands. Gutierrez eating a right hand. Trying to make something happen. Big shot there by Serrano. 47 seconds left to go. Left-right combination by Gutierrez. Trying to make something happen. Is that a fighter left hand by Serrano? Left hand by Gutierrez. That was a glancing blow. 38 seconds left to go. Combination by Serrano. Serrano with the left hand. Gutierrez landing a right, and so does Serrano. Combination by Gutierrez. 29 seconds left to go. Straight right landed by Serrano. Gutierrez stepping out of the way of a couple of lefts from the 7-division champion. 20 seconds left to go in the round. Trying to make something happen here. I've been using that word way too fucking much, but 15 seconds left to go in the round. Serrano stepping in. Right hand landed by Gutierrez. The left hand landed by Serrano. This has been a close round, but Serrano, the more active and more violent fighter.
Well, let's talk about this for a second, Matt. And coming off of a statement of 7 Gangster 4D of the Red Wings, what happens when Sergey Fedorov is no longer the fastest and is weighed down? What happens when Peter Bondra doesn't have that type of power? When we are put...
Peter Bondra?
Goddamn right. Look, we're coming into a point where they have evened out. We're halfway through the fight, and the power and the speed are relatively even.
And let's take a look. Amanda Serrano from 2011 to 2019 has held titles at 130, 135, 126, 122, 118, then jumped up to 140, and then
Just to fuck around and find out.
Jumped down.
Well, that was the Taco Bell year. You store up, you fight, you win, and then it all...
She went down to 115. She went from 118 to 140 to 115.
Bell year.
That should not... I don't know how the human body can do that.
Sponsor us ever.
I want that money. I want quesarito money.
That would be grande. Anyway, let's keep it going, kids. Round 6 coming up. Big fight field.
Serrano immediately the aggressor, throwing right hands, trying to get inside of Gutierrez's kitchen. Minute 50 left to go in the 6th round.
They're so fucking tight up here, Matt, and they're so fucking fast. Good God. What a fight we're watching right now, man.
Combination by Serrano. Gutierrez wrapping up the 7-division champion. Serrano eating a couple of rights and lefts from Gutierrez.
Well, let's look at the expertise on this. Even on the way out, getting multiple strikes is Gutierrez, and getting multiple strikes is Serrano to the ribs. Just in these exchanges, even on their exits, they're managing to get punches. Hot damn, do I like these lightweight classes.
PJ Simpson just made a Nick Voitu reference. 49-45 according to the unofficial scorecards. Right now, a 10-8 round in the first round for Serrano. Gutierrez finding some shots. Ooh, beautiful left hook from Serrano. Gutierrez looking a little worse for wear. She had to stutter step on that last shot and a left hand from hell. Not landing, though. Gutierrez getting hit with a right hand, though. 50 seconds left to go. Right hand from Serrano. Serrano trying to keep the pressure on. 45 seconds left to go. In the 6th round, left hook landed by Serrano and an overhand right by Serrano. Left jab missing the overhand right. Serrano with the right hook to the jaw. Trying to create pressure. Gets inside. Solid left hands from Serrano to Gutierrez. Referee will break them up, not plural. 25 seconds left to go. Another left hook from Serrano. Serrano with the overhand right, missing with the left hand. Trying to get something going. 19 seconds left to go and 18 seconds left to go. Trying to battle it out here. 15 seconds left to go in this fight. Battling it out. Trying to make something happen. 10 seconds in this round. Serrano throwing that right hand. 5 seconds left to go in the round. Overhand left landed by Serrano. Gutierrez. And Serrano will go to round number 7.
I mean, Matt, who do you give that round to? Because
I give it to Serrano. 10
Really?
round to Serrano. She's the more aggressive fighter. She's controlling the pace. She's landing more punches, and she's doing more damage. I will be right back.
No, by all means. I mean, to me, it honestly seemed like you had a bit of better, like, glove game in terms of blocking that was going on there. But we also see a Logan Paul out in the audience saying, I don't know, I beat Floyd. I have bad hair. 80s. 80s is where my hair belongs and my coke-rimmed eyeballs. Allegedly. I'm not saying that Logan Paul does cocaine. I'm just strongly implying it. Anyway, so we're here and we are trying to hype up fights because this is what we do in the fight game. We try to build up to the next thing. So tell us in the chat who you think Logan Paul's going to be fighting. Who do you think it is? Is it Ariel Helwani? Is that why they got a picture together? I give it to Ariel.
Ariel's going to win the fight?
He has a chip on his shoulder, man. That whole ESPN deal, I think, has like a Kamehameha punch coming through someone's head at some point. I think Ariel Helwani might dismember a man one day.
That is entirely possible.
Round 7!
In round number 7.
Butterbean and Mike Tyson are being suggested. And Connor, but not with the spelling of Conor McGregor. So I'm assuming...
But Gutierrez
some guy
throwing
named
some
Connor.
shots, gets Serrano in the clinch. Serrano throwing some shots on minute 33 left to go. Serrano and Gutierrez going at it here in round number 7. Serrano throwing a left, and Gutierrez trying to check the chin, going stride for stride here. It's the skills competition at the All-Star game, and they're landing threes fastly and furiously. Gutierrez will wrap up again here as Serrano tried to get into a pocket.
Matt, I'm going to say, I don't fast 8 this. I love this.
Minute 6 left to go in
He
the
puts
round.
up with me. It's such a fight, Matt. I mean, like, really, the punches and bunches that are being thrown by Serrano.
The shots to that
The
head.
power that's there, but also Gutierrez with the
That right
speed.
jab got Gutierrez. Gutierrez is looking a little wobbly here.
Serrano may have this right now. She may be closing in for the kill.
Serrano trying to finish this fight with 55 seconds left to go. Serrano with 50 seconds now. Both fighters breathing heavy, throwing shots with the right hand and the left to the jaw. Under 40 seconds left to go in this round. What a fight here. Serrano getting out of the clinch and hits a right hook. And Serrano going after Gutierrez.
But Matt, what do we think is going through the fighter's head as they're dealing with the fact that you have 1 round to warm up and 1 round to murder?
Fuck, ow, fuck, ow, fuck, ow. Referee breaking it up.
Eloquently put.
22 seconds left to go. Missing with the right hand. Gutierrez thrives off of that. Lands 2 shots. Right uppercut followed by a right hook. And Serrano body punches. Throwing those uppercuts as Gutierrez bending over. Gets a right hook to the jaw by Serrano. Serrano.
What a good fight. Holy shit.
Oh, and Gutierrez tried to sneak one out with a right hook to the jaw. And we will go to round 8 in Tampa.
This fight is like me on Facebook for Spider-Man spoilers. It is a constant battle. No one's giving up. Hot diggity fuck is it good.
And they are checking Gutierrez's nose in the corner now.
Yeah, because
Trying to
she's
make
not
sure it's
punching the nose a lot.
I'm trying to make sure it's not broken. If it's broken, then this fight could be over. They got to make sure she doesn't blow her nose because we've seen fighters. We saw that happen with Nate Diaz. With Nate Diaz.
Let's talk about that. So, like, what happens when you blow your nose? You are effectively evacuating a space where things have been compacted and creating a flow that is there that would be problematic within the fight.
It just basically shows that you have a broken nose. All of that fluid, all that stuff comes out.
Well, even more than that, you can't breathe, right?
Yeah.
Like in a different way than like it's stored up in the sinuses. I'm assuming. I have not had a broken nose. It is my
your sinuses fill with air and fluid. Thank you, Trigger D.
Thank you, Trigger D.
All those years I spent at Hollywood Upstairs Medical College finally paying off. Round 8, Serrano and Gutierrez. It's a hockey fight in Tampa. As they grapple up again and the referee breaks it up.
These fucking Jake Paul fights. I get so mad at the card and why I'm there, and then they bring me this shit.
And they say it closes your eyes. Thank you, Trigger D, for that.
Thank you, Trigger D, for that.
Shots at Serrano, just getting inside. Every 5 shots she gets, she eats one from Gutierrez. Gutierrez and Serrano are putting on a
war, baby. This is feeling like Lieben versus fucking Vanderlei.
A little bit, yeah. 8th round here. A minute 15 left to go. Matt Ryan, Brendan Sokler. It's Gutierrez versus Serrano. Gutierrez looking to try to get the knockout here. Serrano looking to finish the fight that she is winning fairly handily.
Hot damn, Matt. I mean, like, what a good... This is the stuff that raises...
that right hand from Gutierrez got Serrano. I'm sorry, Brendan.
No. And value to what you are doing. I mean, you can't talk about these Jake Paul fucking promotions without talking about the promotion of it and what they've structured. And this is a damn good co-main event.
It certainly is, and that... Both fighters looking for right hands that are going right for the temple, going right for the jaw, trying to end this fight. Those are fight-ending punches. And Serrano gets Gutierrez in the corner, but Gutierrez throwing punches, not creating, not confronting the space, not trying to get away. She was pressed up against the rope. She swaps it up in the clinch, and both fighters will break again.
This is gorgeous, and I'm so mad about it.
Throws a right hand to Serrano. Serrano Oh, no, overhand left to the jaw. If it was a centimeter closer, it would have knocked Gutierrez out. But with 2 seconds left to go, it'll be another 10-9 round for Serrano, and we will go to the 9th round.
This feels like that point where you're trying to throw a wrestling move in a wrestling video game and you don't have the stats, but you're just throwing strong grapples, and it's like, silence, I kill you. I kill you again.
Basically, you're just spamming at this point.
Yeah, I mean, but hitting. Like, it's either murder. Murder. That's the equation. Can the punches and bunches...
And just trying to keep the swelling down. There's a stark difference in the corners between Serrano and Gutierrez.
Holy shit, man. I mean, like, Serrano looks great. We'll go out dancing later.
She does have like the blood vessels in her face. She does.
Sure, she's been hit in the face a bunch.
Yeah, but she's not swollen. She's breathing regularly. She seems in a good place. She is in round number 9.
If she needs headshots tomorrow, she's golden. But yeah, no, this is Chaos Bears. This is such a good fight. Holy shit, if you like boxing, please check this out.
Round number 9 beginning as both fighters step into the center of the ring. Gutierrez strikes first, throwing a left, not landing. Serrano throws a right. Both fighters standing and trying to maintain position here. Gutierrez leading with her left, Serrano leading with her right. Now, load up that right hand is Gutierrez.
What do you take of their boxing stances right now? You have Gutierrez really blocking the meat a little bit more, and then you have Serrano a little bit looser, a little bit more down here.
Serrano feels in a pocket. She's been able to land the shots she needs to land. She's opened up enough for Gutierrez to kind of make her feel safe and stand and trade with her. And Gutierrez is just trying to keep her head low, trying to keep her hands in a good position.
How important is that for a power puncher to have someone who actually decides to trade with them, though?
Well, then that means they either have as much power as you, or they don't trust your power, or it's in their strategy to just wind you down, get inside, make sure you can't have full leverage of your power, can't get full extension, can't get full pop. And that's where you are. But Serrano's been able to kind of break that convention. She's been landing with solid shots, but the power shots she's needed to land have not finished this fight. 40 seconds left to go in the round. Serrano once again controlling the rhythm and pace of the round. Gutierrez on her bicycle a little bit, but now both fighters trading near the ropes. On the opposite of the camera, straight left, and that one, I think that cut open Gutierrez. That might be a laceration underneath the eye, and Serrano continuing to push forward, trying to make this fight end here with 19 seconds left to go in the 9th round of 10 in the women's lightweight division. A fight with Katie Taylor might be in Amanda Serrano's future with a win here tonight, and I would love to see that fight. Left uppercut followed up by a right uppercut. Serrano throwing that right hand. Great shots by Serrano, and we will go to the 10th round in Tampa.
I mean, I thought this was going to 10, but with the way Serrano has really laid out her game plan and the level of power shots and... fuck it. Let's give the Heart Award of the evening to her opponent. Jesus.
Yeah, Miriam Gutierrez, if we were giving out bonuses.
Yeah, entirely. Like, this is the bonus fight, kids.
Yeah.
And hot damn is she putting the fucking work. This is a star-making performance in my opinion.
I believe that Miriam Gutierrez should be...
Stock up?
Stock up. Certainly stock
Excellent.
up. You know, this is the second toughest fight she's ever had.
Right.
The toughest was against Katie Taylor in 2019, and we're seeing why Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor are two of the best boxers on the planet Earth, because they're facing someone...
Period and gender.
Yeah. Miriam Gutierrez is standing and delivering. She's fighting. She's going to war. And she's in an unwinnable situation because she's not going to be able to get inside and knock out Serrano. Serrano putting the pressure on here. Gutierrez landing a shot. Gutierrez in trouble. Serrano has Gutierrez up against the ropes. Missing the left that time, but solid shots from Serrano. Gutierrez, another shot to the nose by Serrano. Serrano gets hit by Gutierrez with an uppercut. Serrano continuing to walk Gutierrez down, across the ring.
Matt, this is not good strategy for the 10th round of a fight.
She's got to finish it. For Gutierrez, she has to find a way to finish it.
Right, but Serrano's trying to finish it. They're going to war, kids.
Well, right now, when Serrano is just trying to finish it to end the night just a minute early, while Gutierrez has the entire fight riding on the fact that she can knock her out. But overhand left and overhand left again, but Gutierrez eating a left-right combination from Serrano. Shots to the body from both fighters, throwing their right hand and an overhand left from Serrano. I don't know how Gutierrez is still able to take oxygen and pump the
badass! Jesus! I mean, listen, if you watch 2 minutes of fucking boxing, watch this. Holy shit, is this good?
Gutierrez eating lefts and rights and throwing her fair share as well. Throwing through the guard.
She's keeping so tight, dude.
35 seconds left to go. Both fighters in the rock'em sock'em stance. Throwing hands here with 30 seconds left to this fight. Miriam Gutierrez is one tough human being standing up to Amanda Serrano, who's going to take the win here tonight. But what a shot. What a fight from both of these.
Oh my god. This might be my favorite round of boxing I've ever seen. And it's a round shorter than it fucking should be.
Uppercuts and overhands from Serrano. Gutierrez not landing, but Serrano.
Oh my god, Serrano with the hits.
And we will go to the scorecards in Tampa, and both fighters hugging each other, knowing that they went to war, that they had one hell of a fight, the fight of the night by a long shot, and I have an odd feeling that the main event's not going to beat it, Brendan.
You know, a funny feeling, Matt. I feel like they would if they could leave, but they just won't do it. This was great.
Staple gun your feet to the floor.
I'm really good with that, and Nick Gage approves. Anyway, this was great. And, like, listen, if you want to give me celebrity boxing with intelligent boxing and a fantastic opener, and, like, this feels like the most defined card in terms of flow, in terms of understanding of the sport that we've had so far. If the main event doesn't shit the bed,
this is a good night of boxing. This is a better night. This is probably the best Fakakta fight card we've dealt with.
Easily.
Steph, you've
far and away.
watched
Steph,
all
what's your
of
opinion
these.
on this? Yeah.
I'm very out of it. What is it you're asking me?
Was this better than the Paul
One train leaves Cleveland at Wednesday, 3:15 p.m.
No, don't be mean.
Practice.
Left. But Steph, the question of the day is, as you've been in the trenches with us through all these shit show Paul cards, I mean, like, do you think this actually is the best, or?
You know what? I think that this is probably the best one, and you know what?
Far and away. I mean, like,
Steph,
this is where it came together.
Yeah, this has certainly been a card that all of us have been enjoying across the board, and it's been one hell of a night of action.
Is she untaping? Is that what?
Yeah, she's untaping her gloves.
Oh my god. I can't even imagine how bad.
Yeah, Serrano landed.
You feel tomorrow.
Serrano threw 667 punches.
Oh, that's too many.
And she landed 236 of them. Gutierrez landed 129 of 403. Combined, they threw over 1,000 punches. Serrano, in 20 minutes, threw over 667 punches.
It's an impressive volume, Matt, truly, where it feels like Serrano managed to land both volume, power, speed. But Gutierrez came in with such impressive speed and such impressive heart that it really did, until we saw the tail of the tape and like what the stats were, I thought this was a lot closer than it was.
It felt a lot closer because Gutierrez was in the fight the entire time. Serrano controlled the pace, she dominated the fight, but the issue always comes down to when you have a tough fighter. And they're just going to stand in the middle of the ring. They know that the odds are not in their favor. They just have to last.
Yeah, it is something where, like, you just got to tough it out. And hot damn, both fighters stock way up.
It's a unanimous decision. It will be judged. Alexander Levin scores the fight.
You see Gutierrez being like, it was her.
99 to 90.
She won this.
From LeBron and Judge Walker, 100 to 99 in favor of Amanda Serrano. Serrano wins a unanimous decision.
So that's a unanimous for the entirety of the fight?
Yeah, I think they gave one of the judges gave Gutierrez a round. That's why it was 99 to 90.
I wouldn't have hated the third round was the one that I was like Gutierrez was pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah.
We don't know what that'll be released on Twitter, and that'll more than likely you'll see those scorecards either on Bad Left Hook, Bloody Elbow, or MMA Mania on Twitter. So check that out.
People who have been on those networks, though, Ariel Helwani in the ring doing the interview. Hey, Ariel, you're great, and I love you.
Give us like 10% of your money. Just 10%.
10%. You can be an EP. We can do this.
Yeah, just
I believe in you. You believe in us.
If we can get like 10% of the MMA Hour money, we can actually get a real brick wall.
Or, consequently, you can pass some marshmallows, and we can see what we can do with that. Anyway, not looking like a marshmallow. What's next? What's next for her?
Katie Taylor. Has to be Katie Taylor.
Right. Is that the main on the next card?
I can.
Would you do a card without a Paul?
The problem with boxing
Right.
is that Amanda Serrano is fighting on Showtime.
Right.
Katie Taylor fights for Matchroom, who's on DAZN. So.
I don't like it.
No.
I vote no.
That's actually a really good Eddie Hearn impression.
Oh.
But that's one of the biggest problems in boxing right now, and that's why we won't have a true heavyweight champion in the next 3 to 5 years, in my opinion. I don't think we're going to have a true heavyweight champion in the next 3 to 5 years.
You don't think Cyril Gahn is delicious?
In boxing, you brick shithead.
Oh, you're right. You don't think Francis Ngannou is?
I would love to see Francis Ngannou in boxing. Like, I wouldn't be against that.
If you were to bring Francis Ngannou into boxing, who'd you bring him against? The answer was Jake Paul this entire time?
Yes.
Don't fail me.
Yeah, I would have him fight Jake Paul.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Because it would be someone who's commiserate with his ability. Because
Right.
Francis Ngannou, world-class mixed martial artist, not a professional boxer.
You don't know. You do. You do this professionally. But I like to argue. Anyway, what a hell of a fight. What an amazing fucking fight. I love this wholeheartedly, and this is easily the best freak fight card that we've managed to do.
Because there have been 2 actual fights on this card. There's not a YouTuber versus a TikToker or some
Sure.
or Chad Johnson versus a rich guy.
But do we feel that's the direction that this is going? Of like, we're going to have the YouTube person who has increasingly more boxing credential be the main because it brings in the thing and then really elevate these boxing folk? Or do you think that we're still going to do some more freak fights? Or like, what happens after this? Because I feel like they course corrected really well.
You're not gonna not get more freak fights.
Well, I think you have to, at least at the top of the card. But this feels...
The problem is, there's a market for it. With triad combat being a thing...
Triad combat's legitimate. How dare you? We have fun here.
Charlene Sternagel saying Bryce Hall versus Jake Paul. I believe Bryce Hall is a YouTuber or some sort of internet human.
I'd take Ryan Hall versus Jake Paul in Abu Dhabi combat tournament.
Rand Paul versus Jake Paul.
I'm good with it. Oh, fuck.
It's a fight where you don't have to root for anybody.
It's truly a thing.
You're rooting for the cops to be called.
Yeah.
At that point.
Listen, I don't ever want to be a cop caller, but...
I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler. On the other side of the glass is Misty Lee Freebush and Stephanie Sottile, our moderator. Our producer in Texas is Case Hartz. The fat baby is Olive, and she is asleep right now, thank God. But we are moments away from our main event, and I want to at the end of the year. This is our last broadcast of the year. But before that, Brett Thomas, Hall & Oates versus the Paul brothers. You go with Hall & Oates.
Always.
You always go with Hall & Oates. Because if you don't, you're out of touch, you're out of time, and I'm out of my head when you're not around.
Well, when I'm watching, here she comes, they're a man-eater, and Jake Paul's a man.
Yeah.
So they'll eat him.
But it's been the end of the year. It's the end of the year. The biggest year in combat culture YouTube history.
Yeah.
And I want to take the time to thank everybody here, everybody watching, for proving that this show works and proving that people want to watch shows like ours. And I want to thank Steph for being the best moderator on the internet.
No, big ups to Steph, and thank you everyone who's been working on this, and specifically the people that were here also before I tagged in earlier this year.
And I want to thank you, Brendan, for coming in and being a great partner. I want to thank Shaq, who jumped over to Showtime/CBS.
Congrats, Shaq. We love and miss you. And also, big ups to Case, who's coming in fairly new and having to deal with the obstacle that is that.
And thanks to the bosses. Case, thanks to Tom, thanks to Nate, thanks to Jesse, thanks to everybody.
We like you well.
Someone saying I look like Brucey from Matilda. Is that the kid who ate the cake?
That's the kid who ate the cake.
I like cake and I have red hair. Yay.
Yay.
And I want to house some Indian food as soon as possible.
If you donate $100 to the cause, we will eat cake on the next broadcast.
Yes, we will mukbang the next show.
Yeah, done and done. Jake Paul really looking like hot tubs are quite a training issue. But it's cold here now. I know. The shrinkage makes me fight better. Anyway.
And Steph in the chat, if you donate $100, I will order them cake.
Damn it.
Well, I believe that was our producer Case who put that in the chat, but if you donate $100, we get cake, and you know what? I want cake.
Listen, it's 2021. We all want that cake. But here we are. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley 2, the big number 2. It's gonna be so hot, one might call it steaming. This will be clearly mediocre, and we're ready for it.
This coming in from Joshua Prinsoil. Steely Dan versus Jake Paul. All of Steely Dan? Like, all of Steely Dan?
I feel like Steely Dan could win, but it might be a fluke.
Amanda Serrano, for those just joining us, got the win by unanimous decision. I don't want that. I don't want any...
Thank you.
Are you confusing them with...
Jeff Hurtal?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Steely Dan did dirty work.
I don't care how the work was. I just want them to accomplish things.
Yeah. And Joshua is confirming that it is all of them.
Good. There's a lot of carrot cakes. I feel like that's being delivered as a punishment, and also, like, as ginger-bearded people, I'm offended by this. Cannibalism. Coming for our own. How dare you? But, you know, Tyron Woodley coming in to defend and shame MMA a second time, we're really... I don't have the enthusiasm for this. I have more for it than I did with the Tommy Fury fight.
You know what? I wanted to see what happened.
Well, I want to see what happened between Jake Paul and a legitimate boxer.
Yes.
And we really just tipped that.
Yeah, who happens to be the brother of the greatest heavyweight currently going.
Right. Sure. That's Jamie Spears versus Brittany.
Oh,
it's
wow.
really...
It took until 11:48 for someone to call you Macaulay Culkin.
I don't have any more whiskey to drink. I'll pour something. Anyway.
Jake the Snake Roberts, Python versus Jake's Robot. So Snake versus Robot. Ooh, that's a fun one.
We have debated many a time.
But I'm Matt Ryan. This is Brendan Sokler joining us.
We're doing the thing out here. We're living. And... how good does Jake Paul look against no opponent? He's really hitting stuff.
Look, man, I'll give Jake Paul shit all the time.
He's doing the work.
But he's doing
the work.
Not only is he doing the work, like, he's looked good. He's put...
He's looked good. He's elevated the sport, and I fucking hate this.
He's knocked people out. Like, you can't really get mad at that.
I can, and I do.
Also move in. Like, you're floating further and further out of frame.
Because I want to be farther and farther gone from this main event. Jesus fuck. I mean, like, listen. Jake Paul is doing the work. He's doing the work as a boxer. He's doing the work as a promoter. Because he's doing both. It's fucking insane. And then he's facing really well-regarded MMA fighters. And Ben Askren. Yeah. Just in terms of their boxing. Like, Tyron Woodley is not a slouch. He made him look like a slouch. And then he fights Tommy Fury, brother or he's supposed to, of the best fucking boxer on the planet right now. And then he faces Woodley again. What are we supposed to even be dealing with? I really would like for Woodley to show up. I really like for MMA to show up at some point to defend his on air. And do it on air. But I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. I think Jake Paul gets chumped in an octagon. I think Tyron Woodley loses tonight. And I think I go home sad.
Yeah.
It's really quaint.
That makes sense. That's the American story.
Yeah.
And manifest. And we've got our most viewers of the night so far.
Hey!
Thank you from across the Combat Culture Network. We're getting ready for the main event here tonight. So what we want you to do right now is go on to Facebook, go on to Twitter, go on to Instagram, DM, text, whatever you need to do. Send your friends, your family, your enemies the link for this card because we want to watch along. We want you to watch along with us as we call the madness in our main event.
Furthermore, if you put your enemy's name in the chat, we'll dunk on them. Anyway, tell the tape, Matt.
Till the bet is brought to you by DraftKings. Minus 250 favorite is Jake Paul. Plus 200 is Tyron Woodley. A over-under is 6.5 rounds. The over is minus 130 for Jake Paul. Plus 105 is the bet for Tyron Woodley and the under. Right now, asking you, Brendan, do you take the over at minus 130 for Jake Paul, or do you take Tyron Woodley in the under? Do you take the riskier bet?
I take the Tyron Woodley because I do believe that he has the power to end this within the first, but I think if it goes past the first, I have to give it to Jake Paul.
You think that that he's going to stop him in the first round?
No.
Do you seriously think he's going to stop him before the middle of the seventh round?
Do I believe it? No. Do I think if we are playing the betting game, that's something to fuck with? Yes. And these are two different things. And this is something that happens in MMA and boxing where we start dealing with the betting lines and shit like that.
And you can read my weekly columns about the UFC at Bookmakers Review. You can look that up on Twitter.
But it is this thing of like, okay, what do I want my heart to do? What does my head do? What does the betting line do? And my heart says, Woodley, defend MMA. My betting line says, oh, it's Jake Paul. My head says, betting line is Jake Paul. But if I wanted to place a bet where I'd make money, I'd put Woodley in the first.
7 Gangsta D forces round 3 Woodley. James Kurtz, not James Curtis, saying it's gonna go to the distance.
Dave Lyons saying I love Hall & Oates, and I say, Dave Lyons, you make my dreams come true.
Olive, not a big Hall & Oates fan. She is more a fan.
She just likes Oates.
She just likes Oates. It's the mustache.
Yeah.
It's the mustache. It's always the mustache. It's never not the mustache.
Well, she views Oates as an Oates meal.
Well, yes. Also, it is almost Christmas.
Yeah.
And our gift to you is a few weeks off. We come back in January for more face punching and face yelling goodness. We do once again want to thank you. It has been a long and tiring week for everybody here on the show. So as soon as we're off the air, we're housing some Indian food and going to bed. But Joel Drama's best shampoos. Right now I am rocking with a very special shampoo and conditioner bought by Stephanie for me that I can't remember the name of. OGX, because I have very curly hair, and it is a coconut scented shampoo and conditioner. Mm-hmm. I use it every 2 to 3 days, and my hair has never looked better. What do you got?
I mean, your hair's always magnificent. Let's be real. But my favorite is for L'Oreal No More Tears. Hold on. I said no more tears.
Yes, you meant no more tears.
No.
No more tears.
Because it's the same fucking spelling, and it is meant to be no more tears. It is not supposed to tear your hair. And so many kids put that shit in their fucking eyes because the goddamn fruit punch smelled amazing. Mm-hmm. It's my favorite smelling shampoo, but goddamn it, did it feel terrible in your eyes.
Well, my hair would turn into a knotted, tangled mess if not for that shampoo and conditioner.
Let us know if you got
Someone
tricked.
thought I was Dan Raphael.
Good.
Which is fucking hilarious.
I'll take it. But, tell us if you accidentally put some L'Oreal in your eyes, and tell us what your predictions are in the chat. Here we are.
Yeah, someone asking in the chat, Ozzy versus Jake Paul.
Osborne?
Yes.
Or Australia.
No, Aussie.
Australia wins.
Yeah.
Aussie also wins.
Makoto Kasunagi asking what is happening right now. We are waiting for the start of the main event. The official introductions are happening. Tyron Woodley will be making his way to the ring, the former UFC welterweight champion. I would not be surprised if a Bellator stint is in his future.
Oh, particularly if he wins?
Yeah.
If he wins, coming in with pink Miami gear,
Well, the lighting is pink, so I think he's wearing white gear. He's sponsored by Monster Energy Drink, which makes sense because of the UFC partnership. He's wearing silver with white, with silver piping, wearing headphones to the ring. That's the thing that confounds me. Like, you have a walkout song.
If you aren't getting hype on Bette Midler on your way to the ring while Kanye is playing, are you even a fighter?
You know what? That's a fair ask. That's
Thanks.
a fair ask. Oh, and he's got someone... So he's got someone wrapping him to the ring while he has headphones on.
That's actually Bette Midler rapping.
That is not Bette Midler rapping.
You don't know her range.
That looks nothing like Bette Midler.
Range.
That's not how...
Range.
Kick you in the shins. I'm gonna throw you.
You won't reach me because range.
I'm gonna throw you from here to Minnesota. I'm gonna throw you so far that you're gonna reach Minnesota and you're gonna end up looking like all three members of Husker Du.
Matt, you seem very angry. One might say you have a range problem. I'm ready. Let's fucking go, kids.
If you would like to audition to be host for 2022. Send a 60-second tape to M. Ryan Consulting on Twitter.
The rapper's so much bigger than with like. God damn it.
Hashtag Fire Brendan. Kid.
Hashtag Bette Midler's the best rapper of all time. Let's see what trends.
Top 5 dead or alive.
Hashtag bet on it. Anyway, Tyron looking as angry as he should have, losing that first fight.
Yeah.
Or just kind of out of focus? I don't know, kids. This is a big pile of probably not good. It's also such a weird experience, Matt, because...
Hashtag soup. Thanks, Charlene. An inside joke from last week.
Yes!
Last week.
Charlene, you're a goddess. Thank you. But hot damn.
An account says read trad. Are you depressed? LMAO. Yes! Oh,
Are you sad? Ha ha ha! In the year of our Lord 2021, are you sad? Ha ha ha!
I have long hair, I'm fat, and I'm drinking wine. I'm depressed.
Hey, that means nothing, because I have short hair, and I'm not. And I'm still pretty sad.
Sarah asking how long have we been married? We haven't been.
I mean, so can we take Matthew's suggestion of firing me? Does that dissolve our marriage, or?
Yes, that's, in Vatican City, that's what it means.
Good.
Magic Mush, 88, he's depressed until he pulls up to the McDonald's drive-thru. No, I'm still depressed there. That's why I'm...
They got rid of the McRib, you cunt! Jesus!
They got rid of the McRib, you cunt. That's a sentence.
That came out so much more fiery than I intended.
That was the angriest thing I've heard you say all day.
I think in my life.
And we had a 45-minute phone call earlier where words were exchanged about something involving Applebee's.
That was so much angrier than anything I've said in your presence in my life.
That is angry as shit.
Oh my god. I really wish they just kept it as a main item.
You know how you have like live, laugh, love in your house, like as like paint, like the basic artisan, like that's...
Yeah.
I want that like painted on my bedroom wall.
Oh,
I want to hire a stencil artist to make that into a stencil so I can paint that above my bed.
You know, there was part of me that was going to joke that went...
McRib, you cunt.
I feel like in...
Tyron Woodley finally in the ring, by the way. It's 11:59
Truly.
p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time Zone.
In the old years, that would have ended my presidential campaign. Now it is my presidential campaign.
That wins you the Iowa caucus.
Oh yeah, straw poll is going to me,
Yeah.
baby.
You win Hartsfield's Landing at the very least. Mainly because the only thing keeping that town in business is a McDonald's.
Oh, God diggity fuck.
Jason Barrett says a t-shirt idea. If you right now say, if 20 of you say t-shirt in the chat, we'll make that t-shirt.
We'll make that t-shirt, and MMA Mania will be very mad that we'll put MMA Mania on the back of it.
Beer King asking an actual question. How many total punches do you think Woodley will throw tonight? 10? No, I think he'll throw in the mid-40s.
I literally words out of my mouth, Matt. I think it's going to be about 55. I think this is going to be a higher volume fight, Matt, than what we saw in the last one.
That's fair. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 t-shirts so far.
Jesus Christ, don't do this to me, kids.
We're a quarter of the way
I'm
there.
gonna get
Oh shit, Jorge Masvidal's gonna jump the guardrail.
Jorge Masvidal living the...
Making the drive from Miami to Tampa.
If there was anyone that was, you canceled McRib, you cunt, it is, honestly...
Dave Lyons asking, what's Applebee's?
Both of these. It's both of them. It's the title that is held between Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. Is what is the Applebee's title, and then with Jake Shields over here on the screen, it is what is Shoney's title.
Last time Diaz and Jake Shields were in the same building on the CBS broadcast.
Yeah, listen. Jake Shields, one of the great American Jiu-Jitsu practitioners there ever was, and also where has he been?
The last time they were in the same room together was the Nashville riot on a CBS-owned property.
Oh, right.
I want to see if that happens tonight.
Why is it Logan Paul's hair?
I don't know.
Man, as a person who has good hair game, can we just, dunk on that for, a second?
Ed English saying you're ruining my career. No. That is the opposite. I've ruined my own career. Now I'm here. I'm kidding.
I'm ruining your career?
You are not ruining my career.
Listen, if I was Brendan Esperanto, I might be ruining your career, but you're Ed English. We're fine. You're still around.
We are at 9 for the t-shirt.
We're so close to pissing off our bosses about this.
Well, they're not making the shirt. We're making the shirt.
Good.
Applebee's ain't worth the clink. That's true.
Derek Esperanto will sponsor this.
Yes, Derek Esperanto. And here comes Jake Paul.
Looking like he's from Britain?
Because he was initially going to fight Tommy Fury, who's a Brit. We're at 11 now for the t-shirt. And he is trying to amp up the crowd in Tampa. I don't know what he's walking out to, but I believe it's some sort of diss track. But he is walking out to the ring right now.
I like to think it's Hamilton with the King George thing. You'll be back. Wait and see.
Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me.
It's timing up with his little fist pumps. You can't tell me I'm wrong because I can't hear otherwise.
He's coming out to the YMCA. Coming out to Village People's YMCA.
I hear it's fun to be at the YMCA.
And there's a robot. Ladies and gentlemen, a YouTube star is walking to the ring to fight an MMA fighter while coming out to the Village People and has a robot sidekick.
I am ready for this Pixar movie, and also,
if you live in the New York metropolitan area and you want free tickets to Catalyst Wrestling's Ewing on January 15th, follow me on the Twitter machine and use the hashtag Ewing33. Tweet me and use the hashtag Ewing33 for free tickets to Catalyst Wrestling's Ewing event on January 15th in Brooklyn.
And I'll be ring announcing that, so please come say what up. It is an honest to goodness terrible thing of this fucking pandemic that I haven't gonna meet our fans while we've been doing this. So come through,
come
check
out and we'll get drunk after.
Yeah, we'll get drunk and we'll hang out and watch good wrestling, which is very akin to what we saw earlier with the last fight, because good wrestling and boxing, it just gets you going. And this type makes you want to die a little bit, but god damn it, we can die together, right?
Yeah.
That's 2021 in a nutshell. Big ribs. Anyway.
We're at 14.
It's so close. We're gonna make it, and I'm really upset about that.
Yeah. Cyberdyne Systems Model T101 versus Jake Paul.
I'm ready. Give it to me. Purposeful porpoise.
Let's look at the tail of the tape. 24 to 39 is the ages between Paul and Woodley. Paul with the height advantage, 6 foot to 5'9". Paul with the weight advantage, 191.5 to 189.5, with an even reach of 74 each.
Almost identical.
Yes. And if you want to watch along with us, we are watching the Showtime feed. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. The fight is official at the end of the 4th
Matt,
round.
how long are the rounds, though?
They are 3-minute rounds.
Sexism. Anyway, we're ready. Hold on. So, again, for the uninitiated audience, if this ends before the 4th round,
It'll be a no contest.
that's the stupidest shit I've heard in my fucking life.
If you want to watch this, click the link in the description. Click any of the links in the description.
Yeah, no, we have the links in the description. Check it out. Come on, watch with us, because Tyron Woodley is coming in. The American flag is
I think
there.
Someone's going to be singing the national anthem. I don't know whom, but someone will be singing the national anthem. It's on the Armed Forces Network. Is it the American Forces Network?
Oh, okay, cool. I believe that's the network that streams to military.
Shut up, Alexa.
Up again. You can also try
Alexa,
Google,
stop.
Shut up, Google. Omicron versus Omar Gooding. That's a wild and crazy fight.
Some wild and crazy
Do
fight.
you not remember Wild and Crazy Kids?
I remember Wild and Crazy Guys, and I do remember Wild and Crazy Kids.
Omar
Yeah,
Gooding
no,
was on
no,
that.
we got it. It's riffing.
I know. I just thought you were going to go with the Wild and
Yes.
Crazy Kids joke. But
And anyway, here we are. Where's this fight coming out of, man?
it's in Tampa, Florida, from the Amalie Arena, the home of the
the
Tampa Bay
Mike
Lightning.
Adamley Arena?
No, the Amalie Arena, not the Mike Adamley Arena.
I love that movie. It was so French. Anyway, this looks to be nearly okay. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone just typing in "salute your shorts" in all caps. God bless.
Do you think Jake Paul has an artichoke for a heart?
I hate you.
You should. Do you think we should make a musical about this? That won't recoup.
No.
Okay, good. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, number ducks. Quack, quack, bitches. We're
Kyle's
ready.
even saying "been to hell," so I'm good.
Oh my god.
T-shirt. We're at 16 now.
I don't want this to pass the threshold. We said it so low. Tyron.
George Casimus in the chat saying Doug. Yes, everybody loves Doug. Legends of the Hidden Temple versus Olmec versus Tyron Woodley.
Well, speaking of Doug, Tyron Woodley looks a little bit out of it. Matt, do you think he would do it? Do you think he's gonna make it? Do you think? He doesn't look in it. It's okay. He's gonna murder me after this. It was a good year. Thank you, gang.
And there's Mama Woodley.
Mama Woodley! What a queen. God damn it. She looks fantastic. And why is he in British?
We're at 7 because he was gonna fight a Briton. He couldn't get his gear changed in time.
God damn it.
17, 3 away from. They canceled the McRib You Cunt T-shirts.
God damn it. Does he look sunburned to you?
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be a weird take, but like sun poisoning, like, we're pale.
Yes.
You've had sun poisoning? Have you had sun poisoning?
Probably.
Have you ever had to take a day after going to the beach?
There was a week and a half period where I couldn't walk.
That'll do it. Listen, for us pasty fucks, us translucent gents, that much sun can be a fucking factor, kids.
Yep.
The subtitles are going over...
That was the Paul family.
Yeah, the Paul family and whatever model he's dating.
Yes.
What a fucking toe.
All right. Charles Grodin or Jake Paul, who wins?
Charles Grodin.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Unquestionably. Also, who's Charles Grodin?
The dad from Beethoven.
Oh, he fucks him right up. Tyron Woodley looks so small. Oh, no.
Davis in the bagel saying sweatshirt? That's 18.
Hoodies?
No, that's 18.
Black light poster?
No, that counts.
I'm aware. How do we merchandise this?
Makoto saying Charles is dead. Yes, that was the joke. He passed away earlier this year.
But
look up his appearances on Letterman.
I still have my money on him. Anyway, Paul Woodley too. Cancel McRib
All
versus.
right, here we go. Bell is wrong. This fight is underway. Woodley throwing shots immediately. Paul keeping his hands up. Oh, Woodley throwing that right hand. A lot more activity than I would have expected this early on from Tyron Woodley.
A lot more activity than I expect from Tyron Woodley literally ever, as he is a slow starter, but he's hyperextending. He's really ducking in low, getting some power behind there, and really trying to find that range, which is really important when Jake Paul is so much bigger than him.
But they have similar reach. They both have 74-inch reach. So that's a big thing for Paul. That's a big thing for Woodley. Paul missing with the right hand. Standing in the center of the ring, landing the left hand is Paul, the Ohio native going up against a Missouri native in Tampa. 2:16 left to go in the round. Missing with the right hand is Woodley. Woodley will try to controls the center of the ring, trying to dictate the pace here. Paul, a little apprehensive, tried to go upstairs and then downstairs, did not land. It landed right to the body. But Woodley, the more active and more pressing fighter here, this is not what a lot of people would have expected after the first fight. But Paul now getting into a rhythm. 2 shots to the body, then a clinch, and then a right hand to the head. And Paul and Woodley breaking it up with 1:45 left to go in the round, and they will continue the action.
I'm very curious if this goes to round 7, Matt. I'm calling my shot here. What it looks like with a lighter fighter like Woodley, who understands the championship rounds a little bit more, and is actually being aggressive from the jump. Like what that looks like on the scorecards. So,
but remember, this is 8 3-minute rounds.
Sure.
So you're still going to end up going the length of a championship fight. And Paul, with the exception of the Nate Robinson fight, has gone deeper into fights before.
That is absolutely true, Matt. And I don't mean to discredit Jake Paul. It is entirely a thing of Tyron Woodley is absolutely looking like he should have fucking looked in the first fight.
And 1:03 left to go in the round. Left hand thrown by Woodley. 2 shots to the body by Paul. Paul trying to control the fight now, trying to shift the narrative here in the late portions of round number 1. Throwing the left hand. Trying to create a little bit of distance here. Paul, the taller fighter, into the grapple, into the lockup again. Both fighters pressed up against the ropes in the clinch. The referee trying to break it up with 40 seconds. Some rabid punches exchanged from both fighters here. The referee not calling anything in that clinch, just trying to get both fighters out. Woodley aggressive with the right hand. 30 seconds left to go in the round. Woodley allowing Paul to get inside. 2 shots to the body with the left hand, not landing. Another left hand thrown by Paul, not landing. 18 seconds left to go.
Can you think of a round that Jake Paul's been losing?
I think he lost one of the rounds in the Woodley fight. Overhand right thrown by Woodley. Landing on Paul, clinch again. 5 seconds left to go in the round. Overhand right, nothing doing, and we end of round 1.
Entirely, Matt, and I do agree with that. Woodley did win rounds in that last fight, but I mean, at least definitively or early. I feel like one of Jake Paul's advantages is that he has the strength. He goes in, he surprises people. They're like, what the fuck is this YouTuber doing? Being actually pretty decent. And you have kind of a reverse Mike Tyson effect where it's something where you're surprised by how not shit he is, and then now that's been broken through to a degree. I mean, we'll see how that carries, and we'll see if Tyron Woodley can keep up a certain level of aggression as he looks like he's been listening to Morrissey all his life and being the saddest man. Bright eyes are not there on Tyron Woodley's face.
But Woodley, the keys to this was start fast or the hook earlier, land the overhand right. Those are things that he's been trying to do. Huh. And 7G Gangsta D4 saying, everyone text t-shirt now. We are one away.
Don't do this to
one away.
You fucks.
From a McRib t-shirt. Standing in the middle of the ring, we begin round number 2 of 8. And Woodley and Paul getting way more aggressive than they did at the start of round number 1. But now right back to the apprehension. Paul trying to get inside. Tried to duck under and do the overhand left. Did not land. 2:42 left to go in the round. Trying to create some distance here is Paul, the taller fighter, similar reach, gets inside, throws the overhand right, does not land, missing with the overhand left. Woodley utilizing the jab, Paul trying to throw the big punches, not getting them off here. That time he got 1 of 4, and now back into the clinch, and both fighters pressing it. Minus 265 favorite right now for Paul, and I think it's still plus 200 for Woodley in the clinch once again.
Yeah.
Paul pressing Woodley, and Woodley pushing Paul to the ropes with 2:05 left to go in the second round. And we have crossed the threshold of 20, so we will be making the shirt.
Well, okay.
Standing in the center of the ring is Paul. Woodley leading with that left hand, trying to utilize the jab. Minute 48 left to go in the round. Pressing Paul closer and closer to the ropes. This is a more focused Tyron Woodley than we saw a few months ago in Cleveland.
Well, it's a chip on his shoulder, Matt. I feel like he has something to prove now in a way that he didn't before. I mean, as trite as that is, as childish as that is to say, it is something where Tyron Woodley doesn't want to end his career on a fucking loss to Jake Paul.
Well, no one wants to end their career that way. But
I mean, I take it.
But we stand in the middle of the ring, a minute 15 left to go in round number 2. Someone in the chat calling that Woodley will get the knockout in this round, but he's got a minute 8 to do it, and they're back in the clinch. Paul's been utilizing the clinch a lot in this round. And now Paul... Both of them shots to the kidney, shots to the rib cage. The referee will split them up. Woodley weirdly turning his back on Paul.
Yeah.
That could have ended poorly. Luckily, the referee was in the middle right-left combination, landed by Paul. Back into the clinch, though. Slipping in was Woodley after Paul missed wildly with a left hand.
Well, I mean, you have to ask yourself, Matt, was that a tool to lure him in or just inexperience by Woodley?
I think he tried to lure him in. But he overextended on the punch. He might have not had proper placement of his feet there. 30 seconds now left to go in the round.
We also got to break up in the middle of the ring, Matt. I mean, can you talk about the difference for our MMA fans who are tuning in for the first time, about the difference between the lockups, dirty boxing, and the ability for refs to break stuff up in boxing?
It's to get a breather. It's to put pressure on your opponent. It's the same reason you grapple in MMA. It's to try to limit separation, try to get some shots in on your opponent, maybe some shots they won't notice, and Paul missing hard with a right to the body and overhand left back into the clinch, and we will go to round number 3. A lot of people predicted round number 2 for Woodley. That did not happen, but I think right now we have a situation where the first round, I think, went to Tyron Woodley. The second round could be closer to a toss-up, but Tyron Woodley looking more confident than we've seen him in any combat sports atmosphere since, I think, losing the UFC title.
I would say that Tyron Woodley has not really taken any shots, particularly to the chin. Therefore, he's probably looking as good as Brett Thomas is feeling right now, saying that he is the point of drunk that I've been this entire night. The point of drunk is handsome. Anyway, so Tyron Woodley utterly showing the fuck up in the way that, like, I really needed him to.
Yeah,
other time.
This is a Tyron Woodley we needed to see, and this
is the Washington D.C. sports team phenomenon. I grew up in Washington D.C. I have learned to care for things and then be disappointed.
Yes.
Tyron Woodley's making me care, and he is going to hurt me.
And here we go, round number 3. I'm Matt Ryan, that's Brendan Sokler. Right hand, and Woodley, again the aggressor, making Paul go on his bicycle, throwing from his back foot into a clinch once again. Over 15 seconds gone by here in round number 3. Rights to the body, still in the clinch in the middle of the ring. It looks like they're doing the lambada, the forbidden dance. At 2:37 left to go in the round, the referee will break it up, call time. And a little bit of a warning from the official to both fighters, and we will roll on with under 2.5 left to go in the round. Left hand, missed by Paul.
I just had this invasive thought of, hey, be better.
Yeah. Overhand right landed by Woodley. Hits the uppercut. Woodley with an overhand right. Paul is bleeding. We've got Raspberry Jam in Tampa. Tyron Woodley stepping in, standing and delivering the Crimson Mask, going over the guy who sang It's Every Day, Bro. Yes, that guy on pay-per-view is getting pieced up by a former UFC champion. Minute 58 left to go in the round. I'm Matt Ryan, and this is not the Disney Channel, but this is a Disney Channel level ass whooping from Tyron Woodley. Minute 48 left to go in the third round.
Give me that jam and turn it into preserves, kid. I want it chunky in here.
But Paul looking for a little bit of a Smucker's celebration here, trying to light up the lamp in Tampa. Left to the body, missed. Left straight in. That looping left, that straight left. He can't plant his feet, Paul. He can't plant his feet on that shot. Right. Oh, and a wild combination.
Interesting combination from Paul, and also turning his back into Woodley. And while he's bleeding that raspberry jam, Woodley didn't take the bait and make a Smucker's punch.
No. He did not. Minute 9 left to go. In the round, both men standing in the middle. Paul tried to fake out Woodley, but Woodley standing firm in the middle of the ring. 1 minute left to go in the third round. Left hand by Paul. And Woodley with the left hook, the right hook, getting Paul up to the ropes. 52 seconds left to go in the round. Pressing and trying to make something happen. He almost accidentally elbowed the referee, did Woodley.
Well, I mean, it's important to note, Matt, when we're tying them up, you are also putting body effort on the arms and making them a little slower, a little more blood comes to them, and just slowing down the fight. I mean, like, it is a thing to not get hit, but it's also a thing to slow the fuck down of
They're living and dying by the clinch here. Woodley with a shot to the body, the referee breaking up the clinch. Paul close to the ropes, Woodley near the center of the ring. This is not the fight I expected, to be completely honest with you. I didn't think Woodley would be this prepared and this comfortable. And Woodley just stepping right in, Paul on his back foot, a cut near his eyebrow, I believe. And that's a bad place for a cut to be. If you're in his corner right now, you are trying to figure out everything you can do to stop that blood flow, to stop the blood from coming down into the eye. And we will end round number 3 here with, I think, Tyron Woodley up 3 rounds to nothing.
I think if you're in his corner, Matt, I actually disagree with you. I think the people that are in Jake Paul's corner, and this is the problem with Jake Paul, is that they're going,
oh, that's where the, oh no, Woodley got the cut, he bionic elbowed and accidentally headbutted Jake Paul. So that's kind of where that cut came from.
Okay, so he comes in with that. He has the overhand right, gorgeous, but he's already open in this sequence. Yeah, so it's an inadvertent headbutt that cut over the eye?
Yeah, so it looks like it might have been, it's actually near the hairline. It's above the eyebrow. It's near the hairline. It's like right here.
Prototypically the worst place for you to get cut. It is some of the thinnest skin. It bleeds a lot. It doesn't hurt overly much, but it bleeds right into your eye, fucks up your distance, and fucks up literally everything because there's blood in your eye.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler Ponder. Glad to see you guys again. Shout out from North Carolina. Love you guys. We love you too, and thank you everybody.
Thank you for being here.
For joining us here tonight. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Brendan Sokler on the other side of the metaphorical glasses. Stephanie Sottile and Olive the Fat Baby. Paul coming out heavy. Our producer Case Hartz, all the way in the big state of Texas. Paul coming in left, right to the body. Left hand.
Damn. All right. So, Matt, we have Woodley up 3 rounds to nothing. If you're in Jake Paul's corner, other than saying, hey, bro, we can make another $60,000 million bazillion dollars.
Press him. Press him. Do what you did in the last fight. Try to smother him. Try to bury him. Try to create situations to where you can get him.
Yeah. You know what? I agree.
Yeah. In the clinch, once again, 2:20 left to go in round number 4. We are near the halfway point of this fight. Uppercut by Woodley back into the clinch. Dirty boxing there. Left to the face and then a left to the rib cage. Caught the back of Jake Paul. Paul looking winded, looking a little, he stumbled a little bit coming out of the corner.
I would argue that this is absolutely the perfect strategy for Woodley because even as we were talking about, tie him up, do the thing. The thing that I was saying about Woodley is dirty box the fuck out of this man.
And he's found that rhythm, right to the body by Paul.
An impressive combination by Jake Paul. This is better than I anticipated.
This is the best fight. 26 of 76 power punches landed for Woodley and missed the shot for Paul. Shot to the body, to the rib cage by Woodley to Paul. And once again, broken up in the clinch. About 90 seconds left to go in the fight. In the 4th round, pardon me. In the middle of the ring, the minus 390 right now. The tide is turned. It's a minus 390 for Paul right now.
Oh my god.
And Paul is down!
Paul is down? Was that a takedown?
He might have accidentally caught him.
He may have thrown the man.
And that's a warning from the official.
Hey, don't do a fucking takedown in boxing. It was a throw. It was a throw off.
Accidentally took him down, and Paul Woodley came with a right hand from the 7th circle of hell. That one missed, and if it didn't miss,
good God.
Nick Crompton would be. Oh wait, no, they don't work together anymore. But England is his city. 45 seconds left to go. Ooh, Paul trying to get inside. The taller fighter bending down, not using his height at all. Mm-hmm. And now once again back into the clinch with 35 seconds left to go. And that it's interesting to see how the odds shifted so quickly. I think Woodley's winning this fight.
I would say so, Matt, and I would say even at this point, handedly winning this fight. You have the cut above Paul's eye that seems to be making factor, but also Paul is still very much in the game.
Yeah.
It's the dirty boxing that's making
He's gonna have to blank the next 4 rounds, and Paul holding his hands up in the air, trying to do a little bit of psychology to win over the judges in Tampa. But for me, this is the 4th straight round for Woodley. You can make it a 10-9 round. Not for me.
No, I mean, you could say this is how Jake Paul ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper, if that is the case. Because right now, he has to win half this fight or get a knockout.
Yeah.
To be even competitive, which he has been competitive throughout this fight. But, like, Tyron Woodley looks like a man possessed and someone who really wanted to give a belly-to-belly to Jake Paul and had to throw it off. He was about to shamrock that motherfucker.
Yeah, Cat's meow saying, I can't believe any of us are here. T Wood pulling them MMA moves. Joe wanting me to shout out his gorgeous wife, Tiffany.
Can I purposeful purpose?
Yes, you can.
Stone Cold Glass Break theme. Holy shit. Good God Almighty. That man is broken in half. You didn't say that, but I did.
Yes.
Yeah. Damn. We're getting it.
Yeah, we are in round number 5. We are through the halfway point. We are through the looking glass. We are in the uncanny valley, and we are seeing Tyron Woodley try to dog walk Jake Paul here in the clinch again. Woodley shots to the rib in the clinch. Both fighters looking to be the more dominant one. Paul more aggressive here than he's been in other rounds, leading with the left hand.
He looks calm.
According to Steve Farhood, right now it's 39-37 Jake Paul, giving him the first round, the second round, the 4th round. I don't see that at all.
No, I don't buy that for $1. Eat a fart.
I could be seeing this wrong, but I think right now, Tyron Woodley, better fighter.
Far and away, man. I mean, like, really, this is the Tyron Woodley I expected and didn't get.
Yeah.
This is the Tyron Woodley who was a fucking champion, and this is the Tyron Woodley who's going to get a Bellator title shot.
Yeah.
He's not going back to UFC. But he might
breaking up again.
Might get that Bellator shot. Yeah, man. I mean, like,
and this again. Paul landing some solid shots.
His hands look so good.
Yeah, Paul putting together a good effort.
God damn it!
In the clinch once again.
I really do have Woodley up, I think 5 now, because I don't think Paul wins this round at this point.
And once again, in the clinch, breaking up, the crowd wants more action. A lot of holding.
Fuck him, eat a fart.
Well, no, I'm not disagreeing. It was a.
Give me that butterfly suplex.
I think that right now Woodley's a little tired. Paul trying to figure out Woodley, hold on to this fight.
There's no holding on to it. It slipped away. Paul has the opportunity in these last 3 rounds to use his advantage of his size and his power to possibly get a knockout.
The thing that I think they're looking at right now, the judges, as we go into another clinch.
Sure.
Paul, and right now the unofficial scorecard, according to Steve Farhood, has Paul leading 59-57, I do believe. And then we have another clinch. But I think what the judges are looking at and what Steve Farhood is looking at, Paul landing solid punches. We don't know the stats. We have to check the stats. But Woodley being more aggressive, landing some solid shots, but going into the clinch a lot. It's... Right,
if the fight metrics are what I think they are, then if Paul wins this, there will be trash thrown in a ring. Because I really don't believe that he's up right now. I don't. He is showing impressive volume.
Right now, as a minute ago, as round number 5 ends, Paul has landed 7 of 28, Woodley 7 of 32, 21%, 25% to 21% in Paul's favor. Body shots landed through 4, Paul 11, Woodley 7. So not
What
as
are we watching?
48-47 Paul, according to the unofficial scorecard at ShowStats.
Oh no. I mean, personal opinion is Woodley has this as showing a level of control here. Control of the ring is not the same level of factor as it is in boxing as it is within MMA. Like, straight talk.
Trigger D has it 4-1 Woodley. I don't disagree with that. But we will go into round number 6. And Jake Paul ready to fight, looking a little tired. Woodley also breathing a little heavy. We enter round number 6.
It's round 6.
Right hand, both fighters coming out hard. Left hand by Paul to start things off with an uppercut.
This is championship rounds?
Well, not really.
Well, no. 5 times 3 is 15. Championship rounds.
All right, but championship
Math!
boxing are 12, but yes.
Math, Ryan.
We saw Woodley go the distance the last fight, so this is not a surprise.
That didn't go well for him, though. This, however, I do feel he is looking way fresher and way more aggressive.
He's not as shiny as Jake Paul is. You can see the sweatier of the two fighters, but we go into this clinch again, and we cross the shirt threshold. Thank you, John Mack. Minus 525 favor for Paul right now. So that a lot of people are seeing Jake Paul being the winner of the fight right now per live betting. Minus 525 makes him a huge favorite.
Thank you, Jason.
Right now it's 48-47 for Jake Paul, giving Woodley the 5th round. Now, the way this goes, solid combination from Paul. 2 shots to the left, right, from Paul to the body. And now Woodley kind of doing the pity pat like your cat does when he doesn't want to be pet. And back into the clinch this time, instigated by Paul. Woodley gets a shot to the head by Paul, but 4 shots to the ribcage from Tyron Woodley.
DK asking who's fighting. This Liddell versus Tyson match is so much better than anticipated.
Solid left hook to the jaw by Paul and back into the clinch.
This is such a better fight than I anticipated.
And right to the head. Looked like it almost caught him in the back of the head. And Abner Morris calling the action for Showtime, calling them both novices, which they are.
I mean, what does it say, Matt, that like we're watching Woodley put out absolute volume and we still have Paul showing up?
But they're both not landing punches.
That's the thing,
take
right?
a look at the show stats.
Oh my God!
Jake Paul has just roasted Tyron Woodley and sent him into the fucking Phantom Zone. Sweet mother of God, Jake Paul has done it again. Good goddamn! Why can't this man be beat? Sweet backflipping Jesus! Tyron Woodley just got Nate Robinson on international television.
Flair flopped into fucking oblivion.
He hit him with the stand clear of the closing doors.
Tyron Woodley looked like he was going for a takedown on the Invisible Man and missed. What the fuck are we dealing with?
He got. It was like when Andy Kaufman got power driven by Jerry Lawler. It was just fucking.
It was like Andy Kaufman after he got pile driven by fucking Jerry Lawler.
It's like if Michael Jackson fucked up the Smooth Criminal dance.
God damn it.
Tyron Woodley is still.
He's just getting up.
He does not.
He only has one more middle finger to tattoo.
He doesn't know where he is right now. He is knocked out.
That was brutal. Can we get a slow-mo of that shit? Go to the tape.
Yeah,
Showtime.
So what we're
entirely listening.
Let's worry about the human being who just got knocked the fuck out of national television.
He looks well. He's talking to the fucking person, but he does look out of it.
Yeah, no, he got knocked the fuck out.
Jesus. Well, this was another one of those seemingly, and we'll review the tape and talk about it in a second, but it was going forward, punching your head back sort of situation.
We'll break down the replay. We'll recall the replay because I looked at the monitor for a second, and all of a sudden, Jake Paul.
Oh, I saw the tree.
Yeah. So we'll call the replay in a second. Tyron Woodley being checked on by doctors. Jake Paul having his gloves taken off. But a knockout by Jake Paul in the 6th round of this fight. And ending this one, Sean Arbuckle saying this shit was fake.
I don't think so.
No. Makoto Kasanungi saying, or when Hoke choked out Stossel, Hogan choked out Richard Belzer.
Right.
John Stossel got slapped by Dr. D. David Schultz.
The trivia. Also, don't fuck with Vader.
Yeah.
It'll end you. Even now. This was a lot, and easily the best celebrity boxing card we've had, far and away.
Yeah, we're gonna recall the if they feel comfortable showing the replay. But
I'd like them to. I asked the truck, Matt.
we're not in Tampa.
Tampa has no rules. Everything's legal.
All right, there you go.
Here we go.
Paul.
Holy shit!
A right hook just made him make the fucking Windows 95 noise. Jake Paul came in with a right uppercut. We're gonna see it again here on the replay. Paul Woodley had his hand, he dropped his hand, and then
Down goes Asia.
In that 1 second, it felt like Woodley dropped his hand almost instinctively and
try to get that overhand right, yeah.
If you're making a case for a conspiracy theory, there's the reason, because he drops the right as soon as the punch comes in from Paul. So that right hand just fades down, and he just gets his fucking clock cleaned. This man had every timepiece in his life washed, cleaned, and reupholstered from that shot.
I'm gonna come up with a spicy take, Matt. I don't like it. But holy shit. The fucking Frankie Edgar knockout. It was that thing of the slow motion tree falling in the forest.
But that one miscalculation, that one just, your hand drops, and that is a disgusting, just Jake Paul making weird faces at the camera as Jake Paul talks to Mama Woodley. He just dropped. Jake Paul has won by knockout, an emphatic knockout, but that right hand dropping, Brendan.
Right.
That's an instinctual thing that he just dropped that right hand and ate it.
Well, I mean, Matt, let's talk about this for a second. You have a wrestler, it is set up for an overhand punch or a takedown to get that lower, and you saw this person moving, and you moved, but the way that you've been trained to move betrayed you.
Yeah.
And that's what I think we just dealt with. Was Tyron Woodley has 10,000 hours of not only prepping a fucking double leg, but unfortunately 10,000 hours now of getting fucking
Let's take a look at the
shit-jacked.
official stats. 18 of 109 for Paul, 25 of 61 power punches. 18 of 109 jabs, 43 of 170 total punches, 43 of 184 total punches, 23% for Woodley. So Woodley landed the same amount of punches, but threw at a higher rate. 39 of 117 power punches, only 4 of 67 jabs. Shout out to PJ Simpson donating $10 to the cause, saying he got dragoed.
If he dies, he dies.
Maple Forge Farm and Equestrian Center. I hope that's a real place.
Oh, God, that's great. I will ride horses there.
Watching you guys do this is better than seeing the actual fight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's very kind. Yeah, I mean, like, a really good fight.
Yeah.
A really good fight.
It was a terrible fight, but it was a fun fight. It was a fun garbage fight.
Listen, I would argue that these two things might actually be the same thing.
Jake Paul saying, what now, what now? You knocked out the guy you beat the last time because he dropped his hand. Let's...
You know what gets you more clout than beating a guy that you've already beaten? Tiddlywinks. If you beat him
So
at
by
that.
the process of elimination, he's got to fight Kamaru Usman now, right?
Please give me that. Like... there are grunts and there are noises that are being made in my head in regards to that. Ariel Hawani asking, when are you gonna stop being a butt? He's not asking that.
No.
I can't read that in real time. But you know, I don't think he types. Who do you think he fights next? I don't think he fights Tommy Fury.
I think he fights Tommy Fury next. There's no reason for him not.
I don't think it's because I don't think it's a fucking draw, Matt.
Why do you think it's not a draw?
Because he backed. Tommy Fury's barely. Listen, Tommy Fury would whoop my ass, but Tommy Fury is like it's a lateral move. You had an MMA star actually show the fuck up this time. You need a real goddamn boxer, and I do think while Tommy Fury is that, the perception around him is not necessarily as kind based on his reality TV experience. I don't think that they set up a secondary fight in the way that they did on the previous pay-per-view, so I'm in a big fucking pile of I don't know.
Warren Hess saying Dylan Dennis next, Jake Paul versus Katie Taylor.
Dream match, baby!
Josh Prensel saying nice commentary again, thank you, and thank you Majid Burki for saying such nice things. My Spouse Lets Me Buy Comics, which is a top flight YouTube name.
That's really
see you guys in March for Jake Paul versus Scott Hall.
I'm so mad.
What if Jake Paul and Tommy Fury fought on Love Island? What if?
Love Fight Island.
Oh my god.
We've made it.
Oh my god.
We have the winning concept.
So
new T-shirt in front of McRib's kids. Love Fight Island. Let's vote on it. Please don't get me fired.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Stanley. Asking the next time. Faux Sushi. And in this corner we have Tyron Woodley. 0-0-0 in Satan's backyard. Bravo. Street beef deep cut. I can't wait for Scarface to bring him in.
Oh, god damn it. A big shout out and appreciation to literally everyone in the chat, including people who've just been clowning this entire time. The year's been rough, and the past 2 years have been rough. It's really nice to have you guys, and it's really nice to be able to do this and call these fights with you. So thank you so much for coming in every time that you do.
Dom, I think Jake Paul's calling somebody out. And he wants to fight anyone, anytime. Derek Brunson calling for Jake Paul and getting murdered by Twitter for it. Derek Brunson, sweetie, no. It's he said the thing! He said it's every day, bro! He said it! He said the thing! That's it, COVID's over! We've won! It's over! We can all go home now!
Omicron, it's done.
We can go back home to our wives.
Motokoyo, Washington Lee in Arlington, Virginia, and Interlochen Arts Academy in Michigan. I went to 2 different high schools. That's how we're going to end the broadcast.
We're going to actually end the broadcast with... we're going to end the broadcast with the next time you'll be able to see us and hear us. That will be on January 22nd for UFC 270. It's Cyril Gane versus Francis Ngannou for the undisputed UFC heavyweight championship.
But will Derek Brunson be there? That's my question.
No, he's got moved to 271. He was supposed to fight Jared Cannonier.
Well, hot damn.
And on January 22nd, we'll also see Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo 3 for the flyweight title. I'm so excited for that fight.
It's going to be really good. And Alexei Oleinik versus that piece of shit who doesn't deserve to be alive, Greg Hardy.
Let's not go that far.
I went that far. Fuck you, wife beater.
It wasn't his wife, and it was a bed of guns, a literal bed of guns.
That's also bad.
I know that's bad.
Okay, let's keep going.
I'm sticking to the facts, though, so we don't get sued. Cody Stamann versus Syed Nurmagomedov. There we go.
That's the word.
Movsar Aliyev versus Ilya Topuria. Polyana Bothello versus Ji-Hyun Kim. Warley Alves versus Jack Della. And that is all the show.
Did I say allegedly enough for us not to?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. But it should be a banger of a main event and a co-main event. It should be a hell of a UFC pay-per-view.
It certainly should be, but that's the next time we will be with you for UFC 270 2022. We are bringing
2022 on the 22.
Yes.
22.
On 122. We will be with you for every UFC pay-per-view in 2022, every freak fight in 2022. Jake Paul's dad wondering if he can borrow the car to go down to the Dairy Queen and find himself a new wife, and it was 48-47 on the scorecards. It was 48-47.
Is it legal?
Motherfucker. Tyron Woodley walking out disappointed. If he kept that right hand up, he had a shot to win the fight.
Oh, entirely.
He had a shot to win the fight.
His volume was high, his aggression was high, and he looked good. Now, mind you, never leave it to the judges, and Tyron Woodley often leaves it to the judges, so who's to say?
Yeah.
And, kids, listen, to backtrack slightly, I'm not trying to say anything that would get us arrested or sued over Greg Hardy. I just think I have a cooler Funko Pop collection.
You probably do. I do as well.
I know you do.
But on that note, till January 22nd, for Stephanie Sottile, for Olive the Fat Baby, for Nancy Lou Freebush and Ben Falbo, and also Case Hearts. That's Brendan Sokler. I'm Matt Ryan. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you on the other side of 2022. Stay safe. Be well.